I was Karen Reed's voice. Like, I was her voice, right? So, like, people like, you know, she doesn't owe you anything. You didn't do anything for her. I was literally her voice.
Things are about to get really uncomfortable for you now, just to let you know that. Especially now that I know that I'm getting to you. Ho, ho, ho. That was a mistake. That was a huge mistake.
Talk to Chris Albert. All he has to do is come clean and get his son to admit what he did and get his brother to admit what he did, and then this thing's over. Then there's no more going to kids' games and interviewing and going to your goddamn pizza shop. It all fucking ends. So it ends.
You think I'm scared of your fucking pussy son, Colin? Oh, I can't wait to see Colin. I'm going to have a lot of questions for Colin. And something tells me he won't be able to control his temper like you did. He can get some. He can get some too. There won't be a dog there to back him up this time. I'm not afraid of your stupid son. Believe me, I could kick the shit out of your stupid son.
A Boston police officer was murdered in cold blood. And these people right here, who you're looking at, these people right here, they covered it up. They participated in the murder of a Boston police officer. These are cop killers, ladies and gentlemen. That's a cop killer right there. Cop killer. Cop killer. That's what you are. That's all you're ever going to be, is a cop killer. Disgusting.
Welcome to Longwood Galleria. Let's get justice for John O'Keefe. We got Brian Albert sitting in the front. Woo! Shout out to you. Cough killer. Cough killer.
Protesting outside of the home of Brian Albert. We don't know if he's home right now. I don't see his cars here. I don't see his Cadillac. Why don't we follow me around back? We're going to go around back real quick. I do kind of feel bad for the neighbors, but sorry, murderers moved in. So it's unfortunate. You didn't sign up for this, but neither did Karen Reed, and neither did John O'Keefe. All right. So we're going to watch everyone pull up in here. Obviously not many people here right now, but we got a whole procession behind us. And I guess we'll stand. See, she's got a no trespassing sign, two of them on the line, so they're very clear about that. We know that they are at a Gunkwood Beach right now. Oh, okay, they got a Ring camera. Hey, guys. Hey, Jen. What's going on? We're here. I know you're getting alerts on your phone in a Gunkwood, Maine. We got people up there, too. So no justice, no peace. So she didn't want to answer. She didn't want to answer. I just want to find out how long to die in cold and why someone would Google that at 2:27 in the morning when a cop is dying on the front yard of 34 Fairview Road. And why two cop killers are up there. Cop killers! That's what they are. They're cop killers. So two cop killers don't like being asked about it. I cannot wait until they go to jail. I'm going to be there. And they're not going to be able to get the camera on my face then. So they better get used to this beautiful face, baby. Because it's coming at you. It's coming at you, John. This might be the end of your lacrosse season. But there's lots of other public events coming up, and we're going to keep asking the questions. And I'm never going to stop. Just understand that. I am much scarier than you will ever be. Ever.
Hello, guys.
Hello, guys. Hi, everyone.
Oh, Ginny Jams, that video, that intro was amazing. You put together.
Thank you. It's pretty sick to watch.
Yeah. It was disturbing to put together.
But. And as y'all heard at the end, he's never going to stop. That's what he says.
Yep.
So there you go. How you doing, Julie?
I am, I'm here. I'm here.
We're so glad.
Poor Julie, still fighting that cold or sickness, whatever it is.
No.
The Logan Airport flu.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what she got.
Yeah.
The Logan.
I went to Boston and all I got was this virus. So.
That's not all you got. Come on. Yeah.
Carrie, are you doing the intro? Are you going to tell us what's going on?
Yeah, I will start. So on April 18th, 2023, blogger Aidan Kearney published Canton Cover-Up Part 1, titled Corrupt State Trooper Helps Boston Cop Cover Up Murder of Fellow Officer and frames his innocent girlfriend. So that was the first blog, April 18th, 2023. There are now over 500 Canton Cover-Up blogs. Everything in the first blog was fed to him by Karen Reed, the girlfriend, as we all know, referenced in the title, who at the time had already been charged with killing Boston police officer John O'Keefe. In the subsequent blogs that followed, information was fed to him by Reed, along with random townies or individuals sending him absurd gossip or stories they simply made up. He did not vet them or verify them, he just published them. So we know this now, right? Because we have now seen the text between Aidan Kearney and Karen Reed relayed through an intermediary. Y'all saw them here, I think it was a couple weeks ago. The girls did a show on that. And we've also seen signal messages sent directly from Karen Reed to Aidan, and you guys have seen some of those too. So those messages show her doing exactly what she accused others of doing: framing innocent people for murder, targeting them, and encouraging others to harass and abuse them. At some point, she's even proofreading his blogs to ensure that they are clear and forceful. And she states that in one of her signal messages about his blog. April 18th, 2023 is the day the lives of the witnesses in the Karen Reed trial changed forever. It's the day they were branded the McAlberts, that they were labeled as killers and psychopaths and every other vile name that you can think of. All because the murder defendant said they did it. What followed were daily blogs, sometimes multiple times a day, which I actually forgot about till I went back and looked at some of them. It wasn't just daily, it was multiple a day by Karen Reed and Aidan Kearney. Then came the relentless harassment, cyberbullying, threats, rolling rallies, stalking, not just directed at the witnesses, but their family, their friends, friends of friends, their children, their children's friends, anyone who dared to support them. And it also extended to first responders, to law enforcement, anyone connected to the Commonwealth's case. Now, as I'm sure y'all know, no legitimate journalist covers a murder case relying solely on information provided by the defendant themselves. That would be absurd. Journalism requires verification, multiple sources, and a commitment to the truth. Not a blind repetition of the suspect's narrative, the defendant, which I can't really think of another journalist that would do that. Taking the word of the very person charged with the crime and presenting it as fact isn't reporting it, it's propaganda. But that's exactly what went on here. And we've all seen it, right? It's not a question anymore. So April 18th will mark 3 years on April 18th. Of these people being forced to live like this. And it hasn't gotten any better. They're still being tortured, as we just saw weeks ago when they dared to gather with supporters. They are photographed, tracked, blasted across social media simply for having the audacity to leave their homes.
Yep.
Their children are still targeted, harassed with letters, emails sent to their colleges, just as recently as last week. And these aren't, things we're being told. These are, we have seen these things. I've been there when these girls have gotten emails sent to their colleges and forwarded to them. This is what's still going on for, 4 years later. And for this reason, we decided to do a show on the harassment of the witnesses and other people in the Karen Reed case. And I think we're going to start with the Countess of Cover-Ups, the architect of alibis, and the criminal mastermind of Canton, Jen McCabe.
Yep. I did have some of those messages, but
Yes.
do you want to go over those or you want to just go ahead and move on?
Yeah, so those were just the ones I was talking about in the opening where, she is directing. I mean, I can't really read those. Lydia goes over these well, and if later on Tuesday and you want to read them, G, I can't see them.
Yeah, I mean, well, there's the one you specifically mentioned where she's correcting.
Yes.
She's actually correcting a Facebook post there, it looks like.
Okay, yeah, only pointing out, so the message is clear and forceful. I'm not trying to be a pain in the ass. And, you've got small typos. She'd like his typo to be bigger.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, she's really directing and large and in charge, just like she was in her trial.
And she and Alan Jackson both controlled the Facebook group to a large extent. And
yes, you know what? I forgot that. You're right.
Yeah, they had a preference, and this preference was communicated back and forth that Alan Jackson only wanted one Facebook group. That's when Sean McDonough became a problem.
I forgot about that. You're right.
Yep. So they were very involved in crafting everything that was happening in social media, including which groups were created and which ones were official and all of that. So it wasn't just Karen, it was the attorneys as well.
I forgot that they were involved in the Facebook group, which is crazy, right? Like,
so
it's crazy.
Yeah.
She was an admin. She was an admin.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. She was an admin in one of the most vile Facebook groups that would say just the most disgusting, horrible things about the world.
I mean, a lot of the stuff that we've found for not just this show, but for other things were in that Facebook group.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. And like about kids, and
yes.
I mean, as you guys know, I don't run, running a Facebook group, you have to approve posts that get made.
Yes.
Right? So like the admins, and she's one of them, are allowing these posts to, about children, teenagers.
Yep.
It's bizarre. A murder defendant running her own group to support herself. It's very weird.
It's very Temujin Kensu.
That's what I was thinking about that's why I said that at the beginning. If you think about it, like a journalist reporting only what the person charged with the murder is telling him. Like, it's crazy if you think
as if they would have no reason to lie.
Right.
Right. Yep. It's insane. It's literally insane.
Right. So yeah, so we can those are just, obviously all of the her telling him just the most absurd stories, and none of these things have ever come to fruition. But here they all are.
So yeah, we will go to Jen, the mastermind.
Making up stories to cover everyone's ass before crimes even been committed. Enjoy Shawshank, Jenny, because all the girls on Cell Block C are going to enjoy you. Yeah, they really are, Jen. I hope you're enjoying. She deserves it too. Like, it usually parental separation makes me sad for all parties involved. I'm going to enjoy that family getting separated. I am going to enjoy the fuck out of that. When they always show the migrant, the illegal immigrants, they come here and they show the crowd. Oh, the sad kid's crying. He's being pulled apart from his parent. And you're like, yeah, that's so sad because, it sucks. They just want a better life for themselves and blah, 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 blah. With Jenny McCabe, it's going to be great because her kid is Allie McCabe and she sucks too. Allie McCabe is a getaway driver for a murder. She's an accomplice to a murder, right? And then she lied about where she was that night, and Life 360 proved that she lied. And instead of just coming to grips with it, she blamed me and said, oh, she's just like her mom. So watching that family get split up is going to be that's going to make me hard as shit. I love it. So that's going to be awesome. So thank you very much for that.
Why does he sexualize everything, by the way? Like, the splitting up of a family makes him hard to think about. There's something unbelievably disturbing about this guy. Everything is sexualized on top of the abuse, right?
Yep.
Right. And like, when you watch something like that, I don't know why, the first thing I always think about is that 98% of his supporters and fans
are women.
Yep.
It's
I think
crazy.
about that too.
It blows my mind.
Yeah.
Literally blows my
Yep.
mind. And the other thing I just thought of listening to this is whenever anyone in his inner circle, when he ends up having, like an issue with them, Jen Altman, Meredith O'Neill, whatever, and he ends up saying they want to see him go to jail. And he always brings his kids into it, that they want to pull him away from his children and how awful they are and what horrible women. And listening to him say this about her and her children, I mean, that's something else.
Yeah, the irony of that. And when he was arrested, and he was just so appalled, he was arrested after the bus drove away when he dropped his kids off. And yet here he is just talking about how hard he's getting, thinking about the witnesses, kids getting split up. And it's just
when their imaginary arrests happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that he even admits that openly,
right,
just tells you how demented he is. He sees nothing wrong with, even if he were thinking that, to say it out loud is a whole nother level.
Right.
And be applauded for it.
Yeah, no.
He's
Well, that's the thing. He knows he's going to be applauded for it. He has.
Right.
It's
and look at his outfit. Like, his entire identity is this case, by the way. Like,
what is
everything about him?
Class of 1994, best looking. Because that was Jen.
Isn't that what Jen won?
Yeah, that's a nod to Jen. Yeah.
Oh, I should have added that to her intro.
Tell me when you want to move on. So basically what we're doing tonight, we've all pulled a bunch of clips about everybody, everybody that we could. Obviously we couldn't include everyone, but and we're just kind of going to go through them and talk about them.
Right.
Let me go to the next one. Clips, tweets, things like that. So, I mean, this is just more of him calling them cop killers, him letting Jen know, like, I'm watching you. I know what you did. Vlog coming shortly. So
I wonder what that was about.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can only imagine how tantalizing it was.
Yeah, right. I should have looked up. It was
I'll
me.
go look.
I
will go look right now.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was so long ago. It was 2023. I know what you did. Blah. It's so like threatening, That was like, not to go off topic, but the clip that we saw, right, of John Cameau, loophole lawyer, telling that was crazy, right? Telling Chris Albert that the only way this is going to stop is if you and Colin come clean.
Yep.
It's the only way this is going to. It's like they're always threatening these people.
It's exactly what he said to Lucky.
Yes. Yes.
Right. Well, I was going to say he sounds just like Aiden, and don't they? Those two have a beef. Like, I don't think they're on the best terms, are they?
Yeah, I don't know. John Cameau
and
Aiden. I don't know.
At one point, at least, maybe they did. But I mean,
he's definitely, on Karen's on the Karen. If there's still the two sides, I think he's probably on the Karen side.
Yeah, but I mean, he sounds just like Aiden. I mean, it's basically, this is letting her know.
Yes.
Letting everybody know we're watching you.
Yep. And these tweets were just, I mean, definitely now, especially if people have just started kind of paying attention, he is, doesn't tweet. Obviously the case is over, right? The civil ones are left, but I mean, these would be just constant tweets about them.
Yeah.
So he
this
said,
this is kind of like the Scary Movie, by the way. Like, I know what you did last summer.
Right?
Yes.
Right.
So he said on this day that he was notified by multiple sources, David Yannetti, that she applied for an HPO on him. That's what he's talking about this day.
That is what he's talking about.
That makes sense.
Wow.
Yannetti was the one.
And it was Yannetti.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yannetti told him when she got it, and he told him when it was denied.
That's
so
crazy.
he's instilling more fear into a person who went to try and protect herself because she's, I mean, it's just sick.
With
Well, he said
information
that,
he
right?
shouldn't have had.
He said that he loved knowing that because now, he loved that she went for that and didn't get it.
Yeah.
Right. He said he's just going to go harder.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we have that in a one of the clips.
Well, in that message from Yannetti, weren't they like celebrating? Like Yannetti was like, "Oh, you've already
Yeah.
won." Like,
Yes.
I mean, just sick, just absolutely sick.
This is so stalkerish.
Yeah.
That picture is really, especially with the two little girls,
So freaky.
is horrible. So
Well,
Jen
and-
McCabe is a murderer, TikTok.
And then pictures of them on their vacation in Aruba.
Mhm.
And then if you remember the intro, he's talking into their Ring camera at their mailbox saying, "We know where you are in Maine." I don't remember the city he named, but
He
Algonquin.
said Maine, right? Unfortunately for them, they were home. He thought they were in Maine.
gotcha.
What? He got bad information, Carrie? How is that possible?
They were in Maine, but they came home, and that's why him and Richie went to the front door.
Right.
And the door was open, and imagine the two of them are peeking in there, and like her dog comes to the door. It's so disturbing.
Oh, that was the same day. I didn't realize that was the same
That was
day.
the same day. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I mean, so basically, again, just like we're tracking you, we know where you are. I mean, this is, I can't imagine someone doing this to me, especially when I have children. I mean, that's petrifying.
Yeah. And not even just someone doing it, someone with a really big platform who has an audience that is just salivating over all of this stuff. I mean, it's terrifying.
Yeah. I mean, that's your number one thing, right? When you have kids, when you have a family, is protecting your children. And knowing that this person is putting your location out where your children are at. And these people are unhinged. You have no idea what they may do. I mean, and then for people to just poo-poo it away and act like, oh, they deserved it. Oh, it was no big deal. Oh, no. I mean, it's a huge deal. I have no idea how they didn't get an HPO. I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's because, it's the town in which they went, which is the town I live in. I've told you guys, Stoughton. They were unfortunately expecting, people, I think they'd go before a magistrate or something, right? So they expect people to grant these and then also probably be targeted by him. I think it depends on what courthouse you go to. I don't think they were ever going to get anything in the Stoughton courthouse, which is disgusting. I mean, just by looking at these two things, like what more would you need to get a restraining order? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, blasting your location with your children out to 100,000 plus followers.
And another really important thing to remember is that this is a federal witness. So that the FBI didn't get involved is also very, very strange. It's very strange.
Yeah.
They walked Jessica Leslie out a back door.
Yes.
Right.
But they let these people just fend for themselves for how long now?
Right. So it is
bizarre.
Everyone should remember when you're seeing all that all of these people, Jen McCabe, Brian Albert, Colin Albert, Brian Higgins, Nicole Albert, Matt McCabe. I don't know if I forgot anyone.
All of their children.
They were federal witnesses, as well as state witnesses. So it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
I
are they
don't know.
So justice for John O'Keefe. So what does that mean? Well, in my opinion, it means constantly reminding these people that we're going to let the world, we're not going to stop saying the names Colin Albert, Jennifer McCabe, Chris Albert, Brian Albert, Brian Higgins, Michael Proctor. I mean, Michael Proctor's name is in the news enough, right? But we're not going to stop saying their names. And we're not going to stop speaking out about what they did to John O'Keefe because they murdered him. So to me, that's what fighting for justice for John O'Keefe is, moving forward is just constantly calling these people murderers. And that's what I'm going to keep doing. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to constantly, because I got a big platform, you know, and almost 8,000 people watching right now on a Sunday night live. So I just want to constantly remind people that those motherfuckers murdered a man and got away with it. And they just walk around like nothing happened. And yeah, I don't want vigilante justice against them. I don't want anything like that. I don't want any physical things to happen to them, because that's not how a civilized society works. A civilized society works when people use their voices to spread the truth. And that's what I'm going to do with these people. That's the best I can do, is just constantly remind them that they did that.
A civilized society.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think this is an example of where the courts have not caught up, because you don't have to physically hurt someone, right? Anymore.
Right.
You can do what he's done and destroy them online.
Mm-hmm.
And it's as bad as punching them in the face. So you know, like Big Mike said when he was on our show, you know, the courts are going to catch up, and unfortunately it's going to be with him. They're going to catch up, because it's much different. You don't have to physically hurt someone anymore. The internet's enough. You can destroy their life.
Yeah, I mean, he changes his tune, right? Like every other day, he, you know, wishes people's families will die in a fire. He talks out of one side of his mouth, and then the next day he's saying something else. He constantly contradicts himself, constantly.
Well, I think Stefan, whoever, they wrote a comment up there that said that's the dog whistle.
Yep.
And that's exactly what that was. That wasn't him saying, I don't want vigilante justice. I don't want everyone. Please. I mean, that's never been what he has said before. Like Tuesday just said, he has repeatedly wished death upon people.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And said, where are you? Like, you should not leave your house, Jen, because turtle riders are everywhere. Yes. I mean, that's vigilante threat right there. That is telling his platform. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think we have videos of that. I mean, literally saying you should, I mean, he literally, I think, told them once, you should just stay home for the rest of your life. You should not.
Right. Yeah. They say things like, how dare she go on vacation?
Yes. Yes. Well, I mean, think about how crazy they all are. I mean, there was, obviously there was an event, a few weeks ago. I mean, people online were zooming in on the chairs in the picture to try to see. I've never seen something so insane in my entire life. I mean, I don't get it. Like, what do you care what they're doing?
The other thing
was it that John? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
This is a newer video, because obviously that's him at the Wilbur, right?
Right.
So he knows at this point,
yes,
these people have gotten death threats from his followers.
Yes.
He knows. It's not at the very beginning, before he realized, maybe at that point he didn't know how unhinged his crowd would get. He knows how unhinged these people
are. He knows.
Yeah. So he can say, I don't want vigilante justice all he wants. He knows that that's what people have had in mind. I mean, they've gotten phone calls, text messages, letters threatening their lives.
Right.
Well, he's suggesting, and every single time he says, I don't want XYZ, the instruction goes out that I want XYZ.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know how dumb he thinks, people on the other side are, but it's pretty clear what he's saying.
Right.
So,
you know what I think is interesting? I think he should count his lucky stars as far as the state he is in, because the state that I'm in and the state next door, intimidation includes subjecting someone to public hate, contempt, or ridicule. Yes. I mean, they'd have him dead to rights here. He wouldn't. He'd be done. It would be over. because he keeps saying, it's got to be a physical threat of violence, and that's
Right.
absolutely not true.
No.
And
Right.
again,
And it's also, it's not true in the witness intimidation laws in Massachusetts.
Right.
I mean, I don't know what will happen to him in the Massachusetts courts. I mean, I don't even want to get into that. But his charges are, I mean, the witness intimidation in Massachusetts are much more, broad than anywhere else, So, I mean, his harassment, intimidation, that would be in any state. But
right.
the laws are very broad in Massachusetts. But any state, this would be. But in any state, this would not have been allowed to go on for as long as it did. Right?
No.
I mean,
look how Florida took care of it with Bullhorn Betty. They took care of it very quickly, and there was not another one. And what is going on, Massachusetts? It's been 3 years.
Who is she harassing, Lydia?
The Laundrie family, Brian Laundrie's family.
Didn't she also get in trouble though for harassing Sebastian's family as well?
Yeah,
Sebastian
so she was like going to their door and stuff, to the Laundrie's house.
Yeah, she was essentially doing rolling rallies, which is illegal.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So Florida and Tennessee both took care of her.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, and you're right. It never happened again.
He would like you to believe that, like, it's a ridiculous law in Massachusetts, and that is just absolutely not the case.
No,
it's not the case. He keeps telling his audience that, this is because of Massachusetts and they have terrible laws. No, son. You would be so done in other states at this point. So thank your lucky star.
Why is he not advocating for Bullhorn Betty or whatever her name is?
Why isn't he fundraising for her?
If she is doing what he's doing and she's getting in trouble for it and he believes it's the First Amendment right, you would think he would be teaming up.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Good point.
Somebody's name in our chat is FBI Crouch. I'm sorry, I just had to say it. That's hysterical.
The FBI Crouch. Oh my gosh. That's so
I had
great.
never heard of that.
Whoever you are,
another Massachusetts
star to
thing.
you.
It's from the trial, the recent trial.
Right. It's
of Kelsey Fitzsimmons.
It's the made up Tim Bradle FBI Crouch.
Yeah.
Oh, Tim.
All right. I'm going to move on to the next one because we have so much to get through.
We do.
There's so much. Like, we could literally have 10 shows of this.
Yeah, I had to censor myself. I had to keep it really short.
Yeah, so this was when, I believe this was when Matthew Farwell was arrested for the murder of Sandra Birchmore. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's...
You're right.
Yeah. So, Dear Jim McCabe and Brian Albert, you're next. With the picture of, at the time, our U.S. attorney, correct? Wasn't he at the time?
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
remember how excited they were?
They were so excited.
Yes.
They were
I think this is August of 2025.
Right.
Yeah, they had to switch from the Vietnam War to Sandra Birchmore.
Right.
That's right.
No, I'm sorry. I think it was August of 2024, wasn't it? August of 2024. Right. Sorry, guys.
Right.
Oh,
and
right.
Yeah. What's interesting is now that I look at that picture of Josh Levy was when we did the FBI show and Julie put those clips together where he said that interesting statement about always investigating if they get information about or tips. I think he said tips actually, or something like that.
Yes.
About police officers involved, almost making a little bit of an excuse of why they had their hands all over this, or that's what I felt like anyway.
Right.
And the tip was a gravelly voiced man called me and said, possibly this happened.
Right.
Maybe.
He was like, yeah, I was in the FBI Crouch the other day and I got a vision.
Right. or Ann Carudi was like, I just had dinner with my friend Karen and let me tell you what happened. So yeah, you can move along, Jake.
Okay.
Loved it, man. Sorry, I loved coaching track, man. It was my passion. It was like what I look for. I like teaching, but I love coaching even more. And I miss it at times. I coach my kids' basketball team, and I love doing that.
Wait, trying to be Jen?
Yeah, not at all. I don't want to kill anyone. But like, I just love to help kids get better at something.
So funny, right?
So funny.
Yeah.
So hilarious.
I mean,
Yeah,
this
it's
one
just
is
a joke.
disgusting because this was literally featured. Like, this was their promo for Aiden and Jimmy, Anti-Dub, whatever, for their show. It was on the Wilbur's website. It may still be there. I don't know. But it was.
No, they took it down.
They finally took it down. Okay.
Yeah.
It was there for a long time, though.
Oh, it was there for a long time. So for anyone that's not aware, he had a show at the Wilbur, and like Jenny said, this was on the Wilbur's website. They put this video of him calling Jen McCabe a murderer on their website, which is insane. So I don't know who's running the Wilbur, but
right, side eye.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how I'm trying to think of the word. Basically, it's everywhere, right? It's everywhere. He has gotten this message out to everyone in one way or another. I mean, even people that were just, may have logged onto that website and thought, oh, who is this? Had no idea.
Right.
Case or whatever, and watched this. I
know,
mean,
you're right. You're right. It's like a
theater.
Theater. Yeah, I was going to say concert hall.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, but
yeah, a theater.
They weren't even concerned about platforming defamation.
Right.
I mean, most places would be like, yeah, we can't put this up because there's a liability here. We don't want to get sued.
Right.
And yet they put it up.
Yeah, maybe they need a risk manager. So risk managers in the greater Boston area, your work is cut out for you.
They put it up, they kept it up. And as we know, because Aiden read some of the emails that they got, people were emailing the theater, like telling them,
yeah,
right,
you need to take this down. This is defamation. They obviously got the emails because someone from there gave them to Aiden.
I was going to say, who the hell sent them to him?
So
unbelievable.
And they still kept it up. Yeah. Moving on.
In case I'm not very clear about that, a murderer by the name of Jennifer McCabe, who murdered John O'Keefe
in front of the State House.
Yeah,
I just don't get how hard he goes at Jen. Like,
that's Karen.
In
their theory, Jen doesn't kill anyone.
Well, a couple of times she does. It evolves.
Like,
sometimes
it's just so crazy. Why wouldn't he go equally as hard at Matt McCabe? I mean, Matt was there
doing what Karen is telling him to do, and Karen has resentment towards Jen McCabe.
Yeah,
and his fans love to hate women.
Yes,
and they love to hate Jen McCabe. That she is their villain.
Yeah,
she's their
villain. Yeah, she became enemy number one, right? She was the one who first told the police, basically, wait a second, started piecing things together with Carrie.
Yes.
And I mean, she was public enemy number one for Karen. So she became public enemy number one for Aiden.
But he's such an empty vessel because he moves so easily from Karen's villain to Karen's next villain. He moves from Jen McCabe so easily to Brian Higgins, to Colin, to, he has no moored to anything himself. He's literally just a mouthpiece for her rage and her insanity.
Mhm.
He's so malleable.
I think one of the craziest thing is, I mean, this is the state house in Massachusetts, and he is calling a federal and state witness a murderer on the state house steps, and nothing was done about this. I mean, in Massachusetts, I have no words at this point.
Yeah, same thing. I don't know. I just don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Well, I will say the state house in every state is where all the crazy people go. That's, I mean, I don't think Massachusetts is special that way.
That is true.
If you want to locate your state's crazy people, just go to the Capitol. But still.
So yeah, they held it in the right.
Yeah, take a look.
All right. There you go. I think that's where SD danced all the time.
Yes,
it is.
She did. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
Right
where
there
she
in
was.
front of those steps.
Yeah.
I'm not saying she's crazy. I'm just saying that's where she danced.
Yeah.
Yeah, Karen hates women who she perceives as better than her in any way. Jen is a beautiful person with a lot going for her. Karen Reed is nothing. Yeah, I mean, Karen definitely has a thing with women, right?
Yes.
Like, even I remember Patrick and Kaylee testifying. Like, Kaylee even testified that Karen's relationship with Patrick was better.
Yeah.
Like, she treated him better than she did her. Like, she's definitely got this thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a common denominator. It's like there's always issues with women around her.
They're her competition. She sees that all women as competition rather than
Right.
have the
And
ability.
think about it. She's out, she has had a falling out with Esty. She had a falling out with Kat, whoever that woman's name. I think her name's Kat. Higgins. Like, anyone who is in her orbit, if they're a woman, is she
her own sister.
Her
She doesn't
sister.
speak to her own sister. I mean,
her cousin. She fell out with her cousin.
yes, she had a falling out with her cousin.
Oh, I forgot.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
Karen loves Karen. This comment is spot on. This is just,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
it's just narcissism.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me see.
And lastly, what would you say to those who feel like John O'Keefe still hasn't received justice?
Well, all of these people here think John O'Keefe hasn't received justice because the people who murdered John O'Keefe are out there. They're the McCabe's and the Alberts, and John O'Keefe went into their home and never came out of it alive, and they threw him on the lawn like trash. So I would hope that all of us can unite at this point, now that Karen Reed has been exonerated, that all of us can unite and demand that the Alberts and the McCabe's and Brian Higgins be held accountable for what they did to John O'Keefe.
On Channel 10.
I cannot believe Boston 10 allowed that to air. I mean, that is, there's no excuse for that. There is absolutely no excuse.
And she wasn't exonerated.
Right.
No, and they could have had, I mean, they have,
that.
right, they have people at the
still saying
controls.
that.
They could have cut him off. I mean, unreal. If it were me,
that they
I would be
even
looking at
went
Boston
over-
10.
And they know how he is. Like, why would you even go over and talk to him?
Right,
Exactly.
right.
What news station was it that interviewed the foreman?
Was it 25?
I think it was.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't
Because
remember.
whoever interviewed the foreman never corrected him about the manslaughter charges. It's almost like these
They
things are
didn't?
allowed to be.
They didn't correct him?
No.
No, not that I saw.
No.
They didn't say anything?
No, I mean, here's the foreman, and he doesn't even know the charges. Like, he
Right.
sat on a jury, and he was the foreman, and he doesn't know the charges. That's insane.
Yep.
I mean, that
Yep.
should have been what the news talked about after. That he didn't even know.
Absolutely.
Or that
Yeah.
he lied. He admits
Yeah.
that he lied to get, he says to not get on the jury, but what
I
he
feel
lied
like
about
that-
seems
TJ, was that
questionable.
on the Today Show? Was he on the Today Show?
I don't think it was Today Show.
I don't think it was.
It was
local.
for Good Morning America. No, he was on one of those big platforms. I just can't remember which one now.
Okay.
I think it was the Today Show because
I know he was on the Today Show. Yeah. I don't know if that's on the Today Show, but
yeah, because I'm pretty sure Savannah Guthrie was asking him questions.
Oh, no way.
What?
Oh, I don't remember that.
I have to look for it.
Oh, we'll have to look it up.
Yeah.
We'll look it up.
What was I going to say? Oh, but yeah, I mean, the media is complicit in all of this.
Yes.
They got so many hits. They got like their views skyrocketed because of all of this. And that's why they did it. Like, that's why they don't correct him or the foreman. That's why they, go to him for an interview knowing what he said about these people. You cannot tell me they didn't know the things that he has said about these people. He was in the media. He was in, the news enough. And I mean, he had already been arrested at this point. They knew.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen that clip. I'm speechless. I don't think I've ever seen
I don't think I have either.
Where he named all of their names. That is
insane. His nose broken?
How many people were watching?
I don't know, but it looks like he has jaundice.
His nose looks broken to me.
It does.
I would put him under those lights, like he needs like the Billy Rubin lights.
Billy Rubin lights, yeah.
Like for the
He was
baby.
on the Today Show, guys. He was on the Today Show.
Okay, somebody is asking us.
Wow.
Somebody's asking us to replay this clip.
Okay. Yep, let me rewind it.
And lastly, what would you say to those who feel like John O'Keefe still hasn't received justice?
Well, all of these people here think John O'Keefe hasn't received justice because the people who murdered John O'Keefe are out there. They're the McCabe's and the Alberts, and John O'Keefe went into their home and never came out of it alive, and they threw him on the lawn like trash. So I would hope that all of us can unite at this point, now that Karen Reed has been exonerated, that all of us can unite and demand that the Alberts and the McCabe's and Brian Higgins be held accountable for what they did to John O'Keefe.
Unbelievable.
Unreal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I mean, you could at least step in as an anchor and go, well, we found the guy that we usually interview after the tornado and he's nuts, but they didn't do that.
Right. Or say anything after that, right? I mean, yeah.
Or cut it out of what they ended up putting on the news.
Right.
Just be like, all right, dude.
Yeah.
My guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we know they do that.
And as a result, Karen Reed was charged.
Go ahead, Julie. I got it. I paused it.
Oh, no. Go ahead. I was just saying they cut to commercial. Like that's on production, and they should answer for it someday. They allowed that to air, so
they really should.
I agree.
Yeah, there's no excuse.
No.
And as a result, Karen Reed was charged with the murder of John O'Keefe shortly after that. So I just want all of John McCabe's neighbors to know, in case they don't already know, the people that live right here at 12. They're cop killers. These are cop killers, folks.
But I am so sick of hearing about how we need to leave Jen McCabe alone. She's not being charged with a crime. She's a witness. No, she's a cop killer. She's a cop killer. Like, never forget that. Cannot be the plan. And blame Karen Reed and send her to jail. Nope. When you do that, you are not allowed to go on living a normal life. I'm sorry. You will not get any rest from.
So I just want to point out really quickly, that was the rolling rally again at the very beginning. They did not go to her door that same day. It was a different day. Him and Rich.
They went back. So
yeah, it was a different day. So
that's a really creepy clip if we can ever find it of the two of them looking at her door.
How is he going to explain, like, if he ever has to fight any kind of defamation against this? How is he going to explain that his theory is not that Jen killed John, but that he continued to accuse Jen of being the killer
Yeah.
When that's not
That is
even
a
being
really,
free
really good
fishing.
point, Tuesday. That's a great point.
He's going to yell First Amendment real loud.
Yeah, that's a great
Yeah.
point. Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I can't even imagine if we counted up how many times he's called Jen McCabe a murderer. I can't even imagine what the number would be.
It's impossible. Like it's
very impossible to count.
You couldn't do it.
Yeah.
There's so much data. I mean, you think about what you said at the beginning. There are more than 500 blog posts. There are more than 500 lives. There are thousands and thousands of tweets, Facebook posts. Like, it's an impossible task. I mean, I think, we've started it, but it's, well, I'll talk about it in my section, but there's a reason that he repeats the message.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to go to the next one.
So enough. I'm just so sick of the people being like, oh, maybe we should ease up on Jen McCabe. Maybe we shouldn't, actually. Maybe we should increase it. That's what we should do. Maybe I haven't seen Jen McCabe since the lacrosse incident, and she needs to be reminded who her daddy is. Because it's not Matt McCabe. I'm his daddy, too. So maybe we need to come.
So gross.
So sick.
Just sick.
So maybe we should increase it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine telling that to his unhinged lunatic fans.
Yes.
Yep. Right.
Yeah.
When we can see from the extraction the result of this, right? So you see the rabid, grannies of Canton rallying around this and sending him unhinged lies mixed in with pictures of themselves. And it's a call to arms that was answered by a bunch of lunatics.
Right. Who get really excited, right, to help him and send him nonsense and right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Whether
news.
Oh God, please, Lydia.
I've been traumatized. I'm just working it out. Okay. I'm just working it out with some friends.
If that Turtle Boy guy wasn't involved, would you still be covering this? Thank you. The answer is yes.
Yes. I mean, in this hypothetical, is there abuse against witnesses still? Because it's still
that's a good point, Tuesday, because if Turtle Boy wasn't involved, Karen Reed would be in framing him state prison. So maybe we wouldn't be.
Yeah, I didn't even know who he was until all of this. Like, I had never heard of him before. Like, I told you guys the first time I saw him, right? Like, he was sitting in that chair, and I wasn't like paying super close attention, and I thought he was in a wheelchair. I'm serious. The very first it was when he was talking about Wendy Murphy. Him and Wendy Murphy. That was the very first clip I ever saw of him when they were fighting. And like I was half paying attention as far as like looking. Like I was listening more than I was looking at the screen. And like every time I glanced at the screen, I thought he was in a wheelchair. Like one of those.
I don't know if I ever saw that. I mean, I don't know who's crazier, so I would love to see the fight between Wendy Murphy and
I don't think I've seen that either.
You haven't seen that?
heard it. I heard Wendy. I heard it was a long time ago. I heard Wendy wasn't that strong on facts at that point.
What were they on?
It was on Surviving the Survivor. They were on Surviving the Survivor.
Okay.
Stop it. I didn't know that.
They were. That's where that relationship started.
Yeah, I read the messages about that,
it's
but
great.
I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, they were
my
just.
Gosh.
Oh, you got to go back and watch it. You got to go.
Yeah, I have to ask you to send me it if it's not still up. That's amazing.
Homework.
But do you see the little like bar thing? Like I thought it was one of those wheelchairs where you like blow into it to make it move.
Right.
What I'm saying?
Oh, so you thought he was like disabled or something.
Yeah.
I see what you're talking about.
Right. So I had no idea who he was. And then I didn't know he wasn't in a wheelchair until later.
I got to see that interview. I have to see it. I mean, that debate. Did they like debate each other?
They were
Yes.
basically screaming at each other.
Joel kept muting them. So Joel would mute like one of them. Like it was, you got to watch it. You got to watch it.
I have to watch it. I mean, I would dare to say that I'm probably, unfortunately, I'm sure TB won that debate. I can't imagine that.
I think it was before trial 1, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was like fall of like 2023. And I think Wendy held her own. There were some things she said that were, they still ring true today.
Oh, truth over BS. That's why
I heard she was kind of short on facts.
No, she had a couple facts right, and she had a couple things that, yeah. I mean,
okay. I don't know. Surprised then. I will have to watch it.
You know what? Maybe we should do a review of it one time on the show.
Oh, that would be so fun. Can we do that? I want to do that. I'm not going to watch it then. I'd rather watch it.
I won't watch it either. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was in the lead up to trial 2, I believe, where Aiden went after Joel for some reason on, I think it was maybe over the Lauren Mathias thing. I don't remember. But
no, it was his mom. It was Joel's mom.
He ended up saying that his mom was not actually a Holocaust survivor. Joel went at him hard after that.
As well he should. And so the whole Wendy Murphy thing, according to Betterow, and I can pull clips of this if we ever watch that video, but Betterow says that is why he became involved in these cases. So it was the Wendy Murphy aspect that drew Betterow in. So yeah, I mean, maybe one day we do that.
Yeah. Lydia, remember the text message that Yannetti sent where he said something like, I think he said like Wendy has lost her effing mind or something like that. I'm almost certain it was
that show.
About that show.
Interesting. Okay. Good to know. I was wondering the context.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but I remember when I saw that text looking at the date and thinking it was like right around when that show happened.
I'll check the date.
Yeah.
Good call.
So, all right, let me hit next, see what else we have. Oh, okay, we're moving on. Okay, so now we're moving on to Brian Albert. We're going to do our Brians next. So Brian Albert is up first. And again, like we've just added like some tweets and some video. So I put this one in here just because they're talking about they killed a fellow cop. So obviously like that would be Higgins and
so 2 cops that had just came back from New York at the funeral of a fellow cop where I believe Brian Albert gave the widow of the cop the flag at the funeral. And he wants us to believe that they came back and murdered another cop. For what reason?
At their son's birthday party.
At their son's birthday party with other 20-year-olds in attendance. For what reason, I still don't know. I just still don't know the reason. I guess it's because Brian Higgins was so infatuated with Karen Reed, who, unfortunately, if you read the text messages, you can see that that is not the case. And it looks like it was the other way around. So they want you to believe that they came back from their the funeral that they drove all the way to New York from, gave the widow the flag, came back and just decided, you know, they've had enough of John O'Keefe for whatever reason.
I don't know, Carrie. I think the well text is very damning.
It is. It's pretty damning. You're right.
I mean, you couldn't get more damning.
You couldn't.
That text.
Right.
I have never seen a man more skillfully dodge a completely psychotic woman's advances than that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. He seems very concerned about her in the text message.
Yes, he was onto her.
Yeah.
As well he should have been.
Good instincts.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
Good instincts.
And that's one of his favorite tweets, right? The Brian Albert did it, the Colin Albert did it, the Brian Higgins did it. I think, I don't know if Lydia will cover this. At one point he did the Colin Albert did it tweet and then asked all of his followers to do it. Another dog whistle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I mean, with with Brian Albert, they really, he and the defense tried to make Brian Albert into this caricature, right?
Yeah.
So he was this guy who was a boxer and he would beat everybody up. And, you know, we found out at trial 1, like it was a charity boxing event. Like that's not what he did. And all of the, what do you call that? Accusations that he was beating people up. They couldn't offer a single, not one thing to substantiate those things. So they made this person into a character. And if you watched Bonnie and the Snow and you watched in their quote unquote war room, you know, you saw Alan Jackson describing this character, not the human being, but the character that they were making. And they called him, you know, the quote unquote Don. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. Like, yeah,
Insane.
that, you know, he was the Don, you know, it just,
It's so stupid.
it's just
It really
ridiculous.
is.
I
Yeah.
mean,
But that's what they did with all of them, right? I mean, they stripped these people of everything. They were no longer parents. They were no longer officers. They were no longer teachers. They were no longer anything but what people saw on social media. And that was by design.
yes.
They made it so that whenever you thought of them, you thought of these types of tweets
Yep.
or the pictures they were creating or the things that Aiden was saying. They were no longer people. And that's how we relate to people, right? Like we're all married. We all have something in common. We're all wives. Or many of us here have children. We relate to each other because of that. Some of us have occupations in common. Like all of those things are the way you relate to people. They took everything that you could relate to
Yes.
these people, relate, you know, see yourself in them, relate to them on one level or another. They took it away from them and they made them this.
Yeah, and I think
they
that-
really took these two guys' careers away from them, right?
Yes.
100%. 100%.
And
I
they
mean, you're
took,
talking
they
about-
weaponized that normalcy. You know, the just normal mom shirts are a great example of that. Just like weaponizing the lacrosse game, the peanut butter, all of these things they turned into weapons.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep.
All right. I'm going to go to the next one.
Colin Albert and Brian Albert killed John.
Oh, wait a second. Hold on. I think I cut that one off too early, but that's all there was really. He ends with killed John O'Keefe.
That was before.
Yeah,
that was before they had Higgins being the killer.
Yeah, I think this was summer of 2023. And that
Yes.
was when Karen was trying to hide Higgins.
Yes.
So he was
Yeah.
really pushing Colin and Brian.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I didn't know that I ruined their life. But now that you're saying it, thank you. That actually brings me great. I don't think I did. I think that they're okay living their lives and they're out there. But that would have been, I mean, thank you for giving me credit for that. I mean, I don't think I did ruin their lives. They're not in jail. So they got that going for them, which they should be because, you know, they murdered John O'Keefe. Did I not make that loud enough? Let me be very clear for them, just in case it's not clear. So everywhere they go for the rest of their lives, everyone's going to know that they murdered John O'Keefe, and it's because of me. I made them famous. Nobody knew who the fuck they were prior to my involvement in this, right? They were just walking around, living life like normal. They were just regular people. And now wherever they go, whenever they go to the grocery store, whenever they go to Dunkin' Donuts, wherever they do, people are like whispering and they're looking at them like, and then they look away. They do the thing where they look away, right? And it's like, oh shit, those people are talking about me. Are they taking my picture? They're always going to have to worry about that, always, right? Because everywhere they go, people know what they did, and I fucking made them famous, right? And prior to me writing about this story on April 18th, 2023, nobody knew what a fucking McAlbert was. Nobody. Certainly nobody. They were just normal moms, right? That's what everybody thought they were. Because that Alan Jackson affidavit was filed on April 12th, 2023, and nobody was fucking paying attention to it. It got a blurb in NBC 10 and the Boston Globe, and that's it. And then 6 days later, on April 18th, boom, now you're fucking famous. Now they're fucking famous. And I did that to them. And it's one of the greatest accomplishments of my life. She goes on to say,
Imagine playing that in his upcoming trials.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's reading Earl.
I mean,
he's reading Earl's tweet. Earl's tweet.
Oh.
Yeah. We love Earl. I mean, but imagine a civil jury hearing that. Like if it was a defamation case, hearing that, like, dude, you're sunk. Like your own damn mouth.
I have successfully made it. So that
Sorry, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I thought
no.
there was a picture coming up.
Another one.
Yeah, so I thought there was a picture coming up. So there's a couple things here, and then basically where he's talking about what he did, and then I want you to see the result. Like he's right. He did it. He's right.
He did.
Yeah. So here's the next video.
I have successfully made it so that no matter where they go in public, people always look at them funny. Yep. And they'll always be like, oh, there's the people that murdered John O'Keefe. They know what they did. And they can, and when they walk into a restaurant and they have to look around them, they have to be thinking, like, who here thinks I'm a murderer? That's that horrible feeling, you know? So.
And we've seen that. We've seen it as recently as last week, them taking pictures of Chris Albert in a restaurant, taking pictures of Jen in a restaurant. It's still going on 3 years in.
Yep. And this is the proof, right? Here we go. He did exactly what he did. Here they are.
And so, I mean,
go ahead, Julie. Go ahead.
No, I mean, go ahead. I just want to say something after you finish what you're going to say.
I was just going to say, I mean, here's the proof of it right here. I mean, calling everyone, telling people to go, literally giving the address where this retirement banquet was going to be, and telling people to go there, putting it in the Justice for John O'Keefe and Justice for Karen Reed Facebook page, telling them to go there and have words with Brian Albert.
Yep. And this is a guy who has won, I'm going to forget the name of the award. I think it's called the George Canner Award, and I might get it wrong, but for bravery, I think, in honor, or I'm pretty close. I'm pretty sure that's the award he won twice. Arrested the Craigslist killer, was there when the Boston Marathon bomber was arrested. He was head of the gang unit. He couldn't go to his retirement. He couldn't go to this because of these posts.
So terrible.
That's what these people have done. He could not go to this.
Yeah, this was November of 2024.
Yes.
It was just before that video where he's in the Galleria. And I think if any of you have men in your lives who have retired, whether it's your father or your husband, your father-in-law, that's a huge deal. Yeah. When someone retires, right? And so here is a man who is a war veteran. He's given his life to public service, and he can't attend his own retirement dinner because of this, excuse my language, but bullshit. This is the fact that was taken from him. It's like not being able to attend a baptism, a wedding, like all those events in your lives that are very big deals. Like that was taken from this man. It was taken from his wife, taken from his children. He could not celebrate that. That is, you can never get that back, and it's unforgivable. Unforgivable what these people did.
And retirement means more if people are trying to kill you every single day of your career too. That's the other thing. If you have first responders, if you have military people in your family, retirement is a different kind of achievement for men like this.
Yeah. I was just about to say, so my dad, I mean, I've talked about it on social media. He retired as a fire chief, and I cannot imagine them doing this to him and taking that away from him. It's a source of pride. Like, these are special people. These are people that have lived their lives to serve their community, and they're finally walking away, finally retiring. These are people that left at times, I mean, I remember my own dad having to do it. Leave their families in the middle of the night to go help other families, other strangers put their lives on the line, and you take something like that from them. You have no idea what that means to them, what a source of pride this job is. As much as it took from them, it also gave them. And you took everything away. I mean, just with us, you took everything away from this man, and you're disgusting.
Yep.
And the fact that they got there, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they have colleagues that didn't get there, right? People that gave their lives.
Right.
So,
exactly.
I mean.
And for any of you freaks who are listening or will be listening and just listen to Julie and Ginny talk about how horrible it is and you know, talk fondly of these men and talk about what they've accomplished. And you're sitting there saying, well, they murdered someone and they shouldn't, you know, they shouldn't have to. And you're making excuses and you're saying, you know, you think this is okay. The one thing that I always want to ask you guys is, what if you're wrong?
Right.
What if you're wrong? What if the woman who left her taillight at the scene and told everyone she did it, and you know, whose taillight we saw in the morning missing, and
whose car,
and
that she reversed,
and whose car went backwards at the same exact time he died, and at the same exact time in the same exact spot he was left. We're not going to go over all that. We've done it a million times. What if she's the one that did it? And look at what you've done to these people. What if you're wrong? What if you're wrong?
It's disgusting. I can't even.
Yep.
Now we're all mad. Go ahead.
Now we're all mad.
No,
I'm back in November of 2024 where I mean, that was a bad month with what they did to Brian. Like, that was bad.
Yeah. In the Vanity Fair, oh, go ahead. I was just going to say, in the Vanity Fair article, and maybe we'll do an episode over this where we kind of go through that article to show how the writer kind of manipulates the narrative through adjectives and descriptions, let alone omissions and misleading narratives. But she describes these witnesses in a particular way in her storytelling. She refers to Brian Albert as an intimidating man. She describes the small little birthday gathering of Brian Albert Jr. as a smattering of people who were partying afterwards. The narrative really colored these people in a very, very specific way.
Yes.
It's very concerning how rhetoric can manipulate like that. And people need to start becoming more aware and analyzing the way people are telling stories.
I want to know how many of her followers had to look up the word smattering to see what it means. I say at least 75%.
That's great.
Maybe 98.
The next video we saw in the intro, but I mean, it's just so awful. I had to put it in again.
Yeah.
Welcome to Longwood Galleria. Let's get justice for John O'Keefe. We got Brian Albert sitting in the front. Woo! Shout out to you. Cough killer. Cough killer.
I'll never forget that.
Never.
I mean, it still makes me angry. It still makes me just want to. I don't even know how you could do something like that. I mean, that poor man, he's just trying to eat his lunch and you're screaming cop killer over a megaphone.
And then
guess what? Guess who's not getting that?
Sorry.
Karen
Reed.
Yep. The very last slide that I have, she actually talks about that. She's lived her life in peace all of this time. This is what they've been dealing with. And look at all the were people walking that are looking at this woman like she's crazy.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. Yes.
It was.
I mean, because no one. You are crazy, right?
Yeah.
Who would do that? Who would do
Right. I mean, and it says something, I think, that people are not doing that to Karen, which they shouldn't, because this is uncivilized, unhinged behavior. No one should be doing this. No one should be getting a megaphone and bothering anyone at the food court. It's unhinged.
Yep.
So, but it does say something about who's doing what.
100%.
Right. Correct.
Yeah.
I mean, we've said it many times. We would never wish this on Karen. I mean,
absolutely not.
Nobody deserves this. Nobody deserves this.
No.
If
I mean,
if
because
I
if
saw
you're
a video like this of Karen Reed at a food court, I would think that that was terrible. And
Yeah.
it would be cringe and
objectively terrible.
correct. And they were all celebrating this and retweeting it. I mean, she sent it to Turtle Boy within 5 seconds of filming it. Like these people are something is not right. Something is not right.
And I have to say, the fact that that Brian Albert, Jen McCabe, Matt McCabe, Brian Higgins, all of them, they're family members, that none of them have gone at any of these people.
No.
I am so
Right.
sorry, but you are calling them unhinged murderers. But they have kept their cool all of this time in circumstances that no one, these are unbearable circumstances. I mean, I cannot imagine someone doing this to my father. I can't even tell you the feelings inside of me if that was I mean, I feel it for him and he's not my father, but I see my father in him.
And why are you all not afraid of these unhinged murderers?
Right.
Why are you not, I mean, shouldn't you be afraid of them? It doesn't seem like you guys really think they're crazy murderers.
Right. Agree.
Right.
Yeah.
Good
so
point.
Scared,
Right.
So scared, but not scared enough to act like a freaking lunatic in front of him. Okay, I have to move on. All right, so we're going to move on to Brian Higgins. I think, Julie, you're going to take most of this, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what you have next. So, yeah, here's some tweets from Aiden. Again, we've got the Brian Albert, Colin Albert, Brian Higgins did it. Oh, Carrie, this is the one that drives you crazy with Sarah.
Yes. Well, this one, and he literally said, I think it was in one of his blogs. I mean, he said, poor Sarah Levinson, who, I mean, the sweetest girl you could ever meet, stepped over John O'Keefe's dying body. That's what he said once.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah.
It's so disgusting.
These people that have lived their entire lives up until this conspiracy with no issues. I mean, like, they've been perfectly
She's
fine.
a nurse. She saves people's lives for a living. She's a nurse.
Yeah.
The sweetest person. I mean.
And now all of a sudden they're murderers.
And in the beginning, Brian Higgins was kind of left out by Karen, right? She lied about it. She told Aiden and she told other content creators that, she had no relationship with him. She never touched him, never texted with him. She gave that story. But Brian was not unlike some of the other people that we saw, right? So like Lucky and Steven Scanlon.
Right.
Karen was kind of had her foot on neutral with them because she was hoping for a different outcome. She didn't get it with Steven Scanlon. She got it with Lucky, right? So he had ghosted the defense team. He had said he saw the forward edge. Karen needed that for her story. She needed Lucky for her theory. And once Aiden got involved and Aiden put pressure on Lucky, then Lucky came through. But Brian was one of those people as well, where she kind of stayed back, lied about her relationship with Brian, but stayed back and did not initially go after Brian. So let's go to the next slide and see what we have. Oh, I love Brian. Higgy is a sweetie too. Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
Nathan Reed looking over at McAlbert's. I mean, which again, there's no such thing as a McAlbert, Aiden. After it was revealed in open court that Brian Higgins lured. So that's not true. We know that's not true. John O'Keefe to 34 Fairview because he was jealous of his relationship with Karen Reed. Like, so if we go back to the text.
Hold on.
Yeah, I mean, Karen.
There you go.
Karen was the aggressor. Yeah, here we go. Here we go with Karen.
A weird aggressor.
Where, yeah, she's trying to say Higgins hit on her all the time. I know. Like, Karen's the one that reached out to him, and he was like, what is this? So,
and I mean, this is before all the text came out, right? So she was lying to him.
Right. Correct. She's lying. But at the same time, if Higgins was actually like, I mean, we're all grown adults. If Higgins was actually like hitting on her and giving her some kind of vibe, when she texted him, he wouldn't have been like, what's going on here? He wouldn't have. Like, that's not how that would have gone. Yep. And so she said, I never laid a pink. This always like got me when she said, I never laid a pinky finger on him, because it's the same as that interview she gave where she said, I never heard a hair on John O'Keefe's head. Like, we know that you laid a pinky finger on him, Karen, because you kissed him in John's house.
And it's on video.
We know that happened. Yep.
Right.
We know that happened. And then the other text was, and so here she has been lying to Aiden and lying to every other content creator that she was talking to, saying there was no relationship between her and Higgins. And she says, oh, I'd admit to Higgins because it would lend to a motive in a huge way. I don't think that, I mean, we all saw it. You guys can tell me if I'm wrong, but from what I read of those texts, this was not a man who was so in love with Karen that he would have went to war for her. Like, that was not what I saw in those texts.
No, I don't think that's what anyone saw in those texts.
It was so awkward. I mean, it was just, he was running.
You could see he was conflicted.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
I know if my audio is working.
Trying to figure out what she was doing, right? You know,
Right.
Trying to figure out what was going on.
He said as much about the relationship. He was like, I thought you were in a relationship. Like, what are you doing with me? Basically, are you using me as a tool, you know, in this relationship? It was extremely perceptive, the entire thing.
Right. And he's, you know, she's like, we're not married. We're not paying a mortgage together. We do not have kids together. Like, I do not have kids. I mean, she's telling him this story and he seems very conflicted. I mean, it's like, he's kind of like, okay. In no way does it give off any impressions that he like is after her and he wants her all to himself and he'll do anything to do it. There's no jealousy where he's saying anything about John in a jealous way. It's just not there.
Yeah. No, it's not. And if that was the motive, like, you would have seen Higgins reaching out first. Like, let's say he was like some crazed lunatic in love with Karen. He would have been the first to reach out. And that is not at all what happened. She reached out and he was like, what are you doing?
Yeah. She jumped through hoops to get his number. And he had no
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and even if the story they try and put together is that, even though it still doesn't fit, but they try and make this timeline fit of like how John just got to the door and Higgins like hit him or something like that, like in that millisecond of time. It's like, how did Higgins not know that Karen was not about to come into the house and like park the car? Maybe she was in the car for a few seconds longer getting stuff together. Like, their story just consistently makes no sense at all.
It's absurd.
None. I mean, my personal, and this is just my opinion, I think the reason why Karen did not want to go in is because Higgins was there, and she was, I mean, maybe if she has a conscience, she would have been like, ugh, not a good situation. I've been doing things behind my significant other's back. But yeah, no, I don't see that at all. I mean, when you read the text, he was kind of like, what the hell is going on here? It was not a declaration of love and devotion to Karen at all.
Well,
in any way.
That the ball was in her court, right? Didn't he say that at one point? Yeah, I mean,
right.
Yeah, definitely not murder worthy.
No, he wasn't like, oh my God. Yeah, no.
Let me see what's next. All right, so yeah, we just added some more of these.
Yeah, you've got Howie Carr jumping in here, and I mean, for the last time, he did not destroy his phone. He did not destroy his reputation. Karen Reed did that. Karen Reed and Aiden Kearney did that. This man who was a war veteran who had saved someone's life while he was an ATF agent, they did that. He didn't do any of that. He didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to talk about too, Carrie, we kind of talked about this with them testifying. Remember how we discussed, like, it was weird that, or you were saying, I think it was weird that Brian Albert and Higgins, like,
Ginny and I, we were having this conversation when the girls were here, and we were talking about obviously how both their careers were destroyed, and how Brian Albert was, the head of the gang unit, right, in Boston. Brian Higgins, I mean, his job all the time, I'm pretty sure he was always an undercover agent, right, for the ATF. I mean, buying guns, buying drugs. And I mean, I was just thinking, I never really thought about how they, had them testifying in court, right? Just open court, where I've seen a ton of trials where they don't show undercover agents' faces.
Right.
So we were talking about that. I was talking about how their, Ginny was saying how their lives were put in so much danger, which I never really thought about until her and I were having this conversation. And then she was saying, it didn't matter at that point that their faces and stuff were out there because Aiden and Karen had already put their faces everywhere. They had already put their lives in danger. I mean, think about it. These guys worked like with the most dangerous people. And phone numbers were out there. I actually think that's why Higgins had to change his numbers, because I'm pretty sure Foreman or something called him, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy what she's done to these people, right? Like, I mean,
literally put their lives at risk.
Yes.
I mean, they are fortunate that no one, selling guns and drugs undercover.
Right.
The fact that no one came after him, the fact that after Brian Albert, their families, they're fortunate that no one hurt them.
Yeah.
Because
when I have the message in the extraction where Aiden was provided with Higgins' phone number.
It's crazy to me. It doesn't get brought up enough. I mean, it's because
it's unbelievable that happened.
They literally put, I mean, think about how serious that is. They literally put their lives at risk.
Yeah.
Yep.
Karen exchanged her life or their lives.
Yes.
For own.
Yep.
Basically.
Yeah.
She said, my life is me not going to jail is more important than you having your life or your family member having your life.
Yeah.
Well, not even that. It's like, it's that she didn't allow the legal system to handle it properly, right? It's like she wanted to go and make sure everyone was smeared, everyone was exposed in her conspiracy narrative before it even got to the judge's desk, right? It's like, she just did not care about anything other than how her own image looked. And she was very, very upset that no one had her back and everyone told their truth. All the medics told their truth. All the officers told their truth. All the witnesses told their truth. And the only person that contradicts all those testimonies is Karen, and she's upset. She's upset.
Yep.
The audacity that people would throw her under the bus.
Right. You're right.
Let me see what I have next. Yeah. So these have been these were thrown on his lawn, on his driveway.
Imagine somebody took the time to make those. Like, what is wrong with all these people?
Yeah, I was actually
I mean, arts and crafts and people.
There were a lot of arts and crafts in the Free Karen Reed.
But you just know, guys, you just know they did have like an arts and crafts, and like 3 or 4 loonies were like making these together. You know it. You know it.
It's like
Yep.
It's like an unhinged decoupage.
Well, most of these women are in that kind of arts and crafts age where it's like they get together and it's like, what are we gonna make? How about Brian Higgins rocks?
Yeah. And in my cult video, I talk about like the crossover between cults and MLMs. And I can totally see a Karen Reed MLM where it's like, sign up 20 people to believe Karen Reed and you'll get a free rock with Brian Higgins' face on it.
Well, I would put that in my garden. Yeah. I would put that next to my roses.
I would put it in mine as well.
Yeah. My Brian Higgins rock.
Yeah.
What does it say? You wrong? You wrong.
Yeah.
This trash. This one's
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just unreal.
It's a circus. These people are straight out of a circus.
Yeah. Let me see what this
Be regarded now as the guy.
Okay. Yeah. So what was this again? This was Ratchet Madness, right?
Yes.
So Julie's face is on this, but he's actually talking about Higgins here. So
Be regarded now as the guy who killed John O'Keefe, right? Or at least played a major role in it. He's also, we found out, very sensitive and he listens to every show about him. He pretends to be someone named Kevin from South Boston. He stands outside of his house and runs down the street of cars that drive past his house. And that would be, of course, the decorated dude himself, Higgy Bear, Brian Higgins, the weed whacker. And he would be going up against.
And whose car was driving down his street?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Aiden's girlfriend's car was driving down Brian Higgins Street. Not once, right? It was more than once. And Brian Higgins came out. Aiden likes to blame his girlfriend on that. I sincerely doubt it was his girlfriend's idea. I am sure this was Aiden's idea. But imagine that.
My idea of the date. Blame Brian Higgins, right? He's blaming Brian Higgins for being angry that Aiden's stalking him. It's the strangest thing.
Right.
Always somebody else's fault.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Never his.
I think up next is that one clip, Julie. I don't know. Do you want to talk about it first or you want us to watch it first?
Yeah, Carrie and I are going to talk about it. So this clip is something that you guys haven't seen before. This is from September of 2023. And remember earlier we had said to you guys about Karen had she needed certain people and she was kind of putting the brakes on going after those people. Well, one of those people that Karen thought she needed was Brian Higgins. And so in September of 2023, I think it was September 17th to be exact, Karen and her attorneys showed up at Brian Higgins' door. Now, one of the things that I want you guys to remember about this is Brian Higgins was represented at the time. Karen was not alone. She had a PI and her attorney was there. And so attorneys know that once a witness is represented, you can't just go contacting that witness yourself, right? You've got to go through their attorneys. But they did not do that. So I think we should watch it first and see if you guys notice anything.
Yeah,
and then Carrie and I will talk about it.
Ginny, before you play it.
Yeah.
So like Julie just said, you're going to see the PI go to the door. And upon arriving on Brian Higgins Street, he lives on a dead end, like everybody knows, because we've all seen Aiden and other people stalking him. They parked their full-size SUV, which you've all seen, right? The black SUV that
Yep.
takes them to court. They parked it with tinted windows at the end of the street, fully obscured by like a tree line. And, you know, this PI comes up with the rest of them hidden in the car. And we'll tell you later, Julie will tell you how we know who was in the car because of what also happened on this same day. So go ahead, G.
Next, I'm an investigator with the defense team for Karen Reed, and we were here and just wanted a few minutes to talk to you.
So I don't, it's kind of hard to hear, but she said,
Yeah, can you play it again?
Yeah.
Just one more time so people can kind of get.
Yeah, and it's super short.
Next, I'm an investigator with the defense team for Karen Reed, and we were here and just wanted a few minutes to talk to you.
Yeah, so she's saying she's part of Karen Reed's team, and they want to talk to Brian, and Brian immediately says, "No, I'm not going to talk to you." But if you take a look at who they sent to the door, my understanding was always that Karen Reed's private investigator was named Paul Mikowski, and probably a man, 10 years older than me, doesn't look like this beautiful young woman, but that's who they sent to the door, right? So this young, attractive woman. So Brian says, "Yeah, no, I'm not going to talk to you." He goes into the house and goes out his back door. And he goes out his back door, and that is when he is able to see this SUV that's out there, that's parked down the street, out of his view, which if he walked out and he saw this woman, he wouldn't know that car was there. And who is standing outside the SUV? But Alan Jackson himself.
Exactly.
And Alan Jackson is well aware that he has absolutely no business trying to contact a represented witness directly. He knows he should be going through their attorney. So, this whole thing, and my understanding as well is that Karen was in the car. So I think Karen really thought she could manipulate Brian. She thought she could, do the same thing she did with Lucky. Obviously, she didn't know Brian, because Brian is a man of character and Brian is a man of values, and he wasn't going to do.
It's very telling. We were talking about this earlier before the show, but it's very telling about when Karen actually tries to contact Higgins and about what. So if her narrative is true, we already know that morning she never called to ask him, knowing that he was there at that house that night. She never calls to ask him what happened, if he knew what happened, like, tell me anything about that night. Like, I need to know what happened to John. Like, just any events of the night, just tell me. She never reached out to him. The only time she reached out to him was to text him and say John was dead. So here is the PI female going to the door. Like, what is this lady doing? What are they seeking out? What is their intent? And why didn't Karen actually reach out to Higgins during any of the normal days of time, asking him questions?
And exactly. And it was later learned, this was reported to the right people, right? Because defense attorneys can always talk to witnesses, right? We all know that. Sure. They have the right to interview them. But, when they have representation, like Julie said, you go through the proper channels, you do it correctly, you do it ethically. And it was later learned that the Mass State Police interviewed the driver, the SUV driver, who acknowledged that earlier in the day, they picked up these people at the Omni in Seaport. We know that's their favorite hotel, right? and transported them to Sandwich before proceeding to One Meadows, which is John O'Keefe's residence, where we all know, right? Because that's the day that Karen and her team right here that y'all see was seen at One Meadows, and they also called MSP, remember, because they had a restraining order and she was not supposed to be near them, on the vicinity, near the property. So this all happened in the same day. So that's how.
And that was the day where she's in Aiden's messages, freaking out with Nathan, freaking out because they were in a Lexus from his dealership with bright orange dealer plates on it.
Right. And, you know, I think like Julie just said it, and Tuesday said too, what did this woman want? I mean, upon Higgins declining this informal interview, right? And providing them with whatever they wanted, that's when the harassment started. That's when the doxing started, the death threats, you know, and then before you know it, before the second trial, he was the killer. You know, before all this, it was Colin Albert and Brian Albert. She really left him out. I mean, they mentioned his names a few times. Lydia and I were looking today. You know, they'd say, oh, Brian Higgins was at Chief Berkowitz's retirement dinner. But they never went like full blown at him.
Yeah, because she really thought she could manipulate him, which I mean,
sure did.
Girl, I don't know what you're looking at, but that's not the kind of man that you can manipulate. I mean, if she was really paying attention, she would have known this wasn't going to work. It's not going to work.
It's also, right, look who they went to. Not an Albert, not a McCabe, the only non-family member, right?
Right.
And imagine if he had, you know what, I don't want any part of this. I'm just going to say blah, 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 whatever they want, you know, whatever they want to talk to him about. He'd probably still have his job.
Yep.
He'd probably still have his life. And I mean, this is who these people are right here.
Yep.
Right here.
Yep.
And,
yeah. All he had to say was John was in the house.
Yeah. And then I left. I don't know what happened after that.
He would still be doing what he loved
his job.
Yeah. He loved his job. He loved it.
And
he loved his job. And he still has his job, just so everybody knows, but he most certainly is not still in undercover. He still works for the ATF, but there's no way in hell he's ever going to be an undercover ATF agent.
Ruined
that he loved.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, that's, this was part of, this is what they do. This is, like Julie said, they did it to Lucky. They couldn't do it to Scanlon. They did try. And it definitely did not work here, obviously.
No.
Just think of how manipulative they are. I mean, they literally thought ahead. They thought 15 steps ahead every step they took, right? Sending a woman to his door instead of
100%.
So intentional. So intentional.
And one of the most important parts is like defense attorneys can always interview witnesses. They have that right. They can talk to them, like I said. But if you are represented, they must go through your attorney.
Yep.
And they knew enough motions and filings had come out that they knew that he was represented. They knew he had an attorney when they did this.
Yep.
But this is their way. The rules do not
apply.
Well, just showing up at a door, his personal property, just like, hey, I'm in the neighborhood. I'm just like, I'm just a private investigator, and I saw your house.
Like, the best part is like, so Karen, AJ, Liza, whoever are in there. Like, did they all want to come in and like go sit out back? Like, what is going on here? Like,
right.
They probably just
had her wired.
Yeah, they wanted footage that they could send to Aiden, probably.
Yeah, right.
Aiden's probably in her backpack or her.
So it's really sad. Like Julie said, same thing about Brian Albert goes for Brian Higgins. I mean, he also won the trooper. I think it's George Hanna. I'm going to get killed if I'm saying it wrong, but I think it's George Hanna.
Oh yeah, let me look.
And also, Julie pulled up a story today. I don't know if she has it here, about him saving the life of one of his coworkers.
Yeah, he saved someone's life. I mean,
same career as, just same great career as Brian Albert, and, just gone.
Yep.
Well, if Higgins is watching or watches at some point, thank you for your service. I am just so grateful for the men and women who serve our country through military, through the police force, all of that. We do not share our gratitude enough, in my opinion. And I really admire him. I really admire Brian Albert. I'm just so grateful for men like them.
Yes.
That's
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, he saved Officer Oliveira's life. They were, it was a firearms violation. And yeah, I mean, you just read this stuff and it's like, I can't imagine doing this to someone with so much character, right? And you're just, here he is saving another officer's life. Remember when those texts came out of John's, and we saw the text between Higgins and John.
Oh my God, yes.
Sending him like, there's GoFundMe's for, police officers for their families. I can't remember exactly but this is the man that you want us to believe just on a whim decided to kill his friend. Like none of that makes any sense.
None. And not even like, what if they didn't kill him in their theory, but some of their theories are it was an accident, like they got in a fight, they didn't mean to. And you're supposed to believe that men like this are like, oh crap, instead of calling 911.
Right. I'm just gonna
drag him out front with his working phone. Yeah, hope he dies.
Yeah. Right. Men like this try to save his life and immediately call 911.
Yep.
Right. Yeah. They would have. Like initially, I remember when I was first commenting, and this is fall of 2023, I was told the reason why they didn't call 911 is because they were worried about a claim against their homeowners and their pensions. This is what I was told. This is what the Brain Trust was selling back then. That's why they wouldn't call 911.
Of course. Our home insurance will go up because Chloe attacked.
It's just like their water bill was going up too, remember? Because they had to wash clothes. That was awful.
And then Caitlin Albert has to call the medics and be like, guys, remember me? I was at a baby shower with you. We were in high school.
Will you cover up a murder with me?
Will you please just conspire with me?
Our home insurance is going to be out of control. Girl, I got your back.
I understand. I'll be there for you. Don't worry.
Yes. If you take a biology class together, it's forever.
It's just Karen watching too many frickin' movies and TV shows. I mean, that's what it is. It's the plot of like a really bad movie. She's just wow.
Yeah, she's not even creative. She sucks.
No. Yeah, she does. She really does.
It's the vanity. It's like we keep saying that song, like, you're so vain, you probably think this song is about you. I mean, that's what she thinks. She's so vain. She would rather not accept that in her drunkenness, she actually did do what her car says she did. And instead, it must be a town that's framing her. It has to be.
Yep. Yeah, the entire town.
Kate,
no, the world. Julie,
Kate just texted us a really funny text in the group text. You guys haven't seen it. Kate says we should raffle off the Higgins rocks.
Oh,
I think she's right.
Kate, I'm taking it. I'm taking it and I'm putting it in my garden. I'm gonna take pictures this summer.
Maybe it'll grow a Higgins in our yard.
Yeah, I'm gonna grow a Higgins.
That That'd be amazing. It's spring. Let's grow a Higgins.
Oh my God.
So I think that's all. That's our suggestion, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
we
wait,
just
it
have-
looks like she's got one more.
Oh, this is a
One
good one.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Karen, well, I'll
had one experience with someone saying
more strength from you than you possibly could get from me. And one of the worst losses, other than the physical losses of this nightmare, has been the loss of my reputation. And I feel like I have it back in spades because of the people in this room that embrace me despite hearing horrible things, untrue and embarrassing things about me that were never meant to see the light of day. And you don't care.
Yeah, so she's very aware of.
Can you play that again? I'm sorry, but I'm listening to certain words that she said, and I just want to hear it again.
Yeah, hold on.
Had one experience.
Let me get this paused. They both started.
Had one.
Actually, you know what? Let me play this one first, and then I'll play it again, because this is the one we were talking about earlier, where, well, I'll play it. You'll hear.
Yeah, and Janet's going to be very upset about those sleeves.
Had one experience with someone saying something negative to me, and I've had, I don't know, countless during trial. Every time we went somewhere on an average night or an average lunch outing, 20 people. In the summer during trial in this neighborhood, we'd have 15 to 20 people just to go out for lunch for an hour. We'd get stopped that many times. It does feel good. The contrast with what it was like before this, before people knew, it does.
So she's had one person, she said, say something negative to her.
Imagine compared to the witnesses.
Yep.
Yeah. And then here's the other one, Tuesday. You wanted me to play again. So
yes, please.
She's talking about her reputation.
And I get more strength from you than you possibly could get from me. And one of the worst losses, other than the physical losses of this nightmare, has been the loss of my reputation. And I feel like I have it back in spades because of the people in this room that embrace me despite hearing horrible things, untrue and embarrassing things about me that were never meant to see the light of day. And you don't care.
So I find this really interesting. She says physical losses, by the way. There's only one physical loss. But in statement analysis, which isn't, it's kind of like little check marks you put next to statements, and in collection, they can kind of point to someone's belief system or their own truth or whatnot. And something that people don't realize is how, like, I'll explain this. So if you do a statement analysis on like a bank robber, and they say, they get pulled over and a cop is like, did you just rob a bank? And they're like, no. And they're asking them questions and they say, no, I just hopped in the car and I'm on my way to my grandma's house. Well, they say the car because it's not technically their car. It's the car they stole. So they use the word the, right? Instead of my car. It's like little words will show truth that you don't even realize. And so she's here saying the physical loss. So the physical loss is not a personal loss to her, right? There's almost like a separation. Like she can't say John's name. She doesn't talk about it. There's just this way that she totally, and I see this a lot in the way she talks, is like she separates herself so much from what happened to John. And if they were both victims of an alleged murder and frame job, there would be more of a unity in the way she talks about her and John. Because they were both victims together, right? In her narrative.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, she's always separates herself from him. She has since the beginning.
Yep. Yeah, I think the way that she's so, I mean, it's so obvious how aware she is of reputations. She's worried about her reputation. And you know, this signal message to Aiden, look at what you've done to their reputation. She knows what she's doing.
That's what she cares so much about. So she knows how horrible this is. Look what you've done to their reputations.
Yep. Other than that guy that died,
right?
The hardest part is the me.
It's all about
it's
me.
like that's
It's yep. That guy that I was just dating.
Yeah. The body.
The body. Yeah.
I mean, it shows that's what this has all been about. There's her intent right there to ruin their reputations.
And I mean, just to go on for even a second, like, look at just how vile she is. Chris's business is the next casualty.
Yeah.
Like she
doesn't care.
She wants his business destroyed.
Yeah. Yep. And there's that body too. Remember, she said that body.
Yes.
That is a distancing. That is something unbelievable to say.
No, I mean, this excites her. Like she's happy that this is happening to them. Do you guys remember when AJ was going so hard at Jen, how Karen was bouncing in her
chair? She was bouncing in her chair.
Cited third grader. I mean, she is messed up.
Well, I mean, I know for a fact when in the first trial, she was mouthing words to people on the stand. I mean, there's something wrong with her.
She's not right.
Mouthing liar. She was, I mean, to police officers. I'm not talking about Michael Proctor. She is not. There's something not right there.
No.
There's something wrong.
And I think the reason why she can talk about John like that is because she was ready for that relationship to end, and she was ready to have retribution. Like he was going to pay for it. Like the relationship was over, and she was going to make sure that there was something. He paid for it. So I think, I mean, he passed away, but that's why she's so. I don't know the way she is about it.
Because you can tell she doesn't have any love. She talks very unkindly about him, and in his family. You can tell. Yeah, you can tell it was. Yeah.
Guys, we are already 2 hours in.
We're ready to go on to the young.
Yeah, we're gonna keep going. Sorry, that went a lot longer than
I think because we're chatters. We're chatting.
Yeah.
That's okay. It's Saturday night. We don't have anything else to do.
Yes.
Okay, so my task was, I call it the youngs. This is the young children of the witnesses is what I'm going to go over. And the first thing that I want to talk about is that it seems pretty clear to me that Aiden Kearney is suffering from some sort of dementia, because at one point he actually knew that it wasn't okay to accuse innocent children of murder. So I'm going to show you that.
Oh my God.
So, yeah, so I found that just searching the kids' names on his blog, I found this huge diatribe that he went on saying how unbelievably reckless and defamatory and slanderous and everything else it was for Monica to accuse these children of murder. And what was really interesting is that last one that was on the screen where he said Caitlin didn't have a chance to grieve because she was being accused of murder. And it's exactly what he put the kids in this case through. It's exactly what he did.
That is crazy. I've never seen that before.
I've never seen it either. That's amazing. Bravo. Wow.
So in 2021, he understood the assignment. And the assignment was you don't accuse innocent people, especially innocent children, of murder.
Yes.
Don't know what happened to him since then. But he got it. So let's take a look at what happened. So I counted them all. There are 316 blog posts about Colin, Caitlin, Allie.
Holy crap.
Started on 4/18 of 23.
Oh my God.
They're mentioned thousands of times on the blog and in the live shows. So as a result, anytime you, just the public, search their names, the first thing you see, so whether you're an employer, you're a friend, you're somebody they might be dating, whatever, you see the propaganda, you see the false accusations, you see the demeaning photographs, the photo of Allie crying, the photo of, you know, this picture of Tristan Morris that you can see that Joelle posted. You can see these screenshots where in the Free Karen Reed group, which, and I will say this because this was an important part of the strategy for Karen Reed. They made that Facebook group a public group, which means that every single post in that group is indexed in Google. It shows up as a search result. Anytime any of you search any of these names, you're going to see this. So you can see the little icon next to the post about Colin Albert. Does Colin Albert only stay in Canton, or does he ever go outside of Canton? Like, does he ever go to Stoughton or Sharon or some shit like this? Who knows what Colin is doing, since he's a college dropout and probably has no job either. And of course, the reason that he had to leave his college was because of Aiden and Karen, because the FBI went and visited him there. They destroyed his college experience, and they made sure that that's in a public post.
So they destroy it, and then they also are basically accusing him, like, wow, what a loser, you don't go to college.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. It's always contradicting. Yeah. And then they're also, Aiden's like, what? I'm just asking questions. Like, there's nothing I'm doing that's actually impacting these people. And it's like, but you're also boasting about how your entire intent is to destroy these people, to the point where if they go and get a job and their job Googles them, I mean, this is, he should be scared for lawsuits at this point. He should be terrified.
I mean, just look at everything we've looked at. Like, there is no defense to this. There's no defense. There's no defense. In his witness intimidation trial and a defamation trial, there is no defense for any of this. None.
Especially since he takes out restraining orders on, like, Kate. And, you know, like, things where it's like he constantly is talking out of both sides of his mouth about the definition of things.
Well, I think too, remember, didn't he just applied for something on Meredith? I don't think it was a restraining order, but
oh my God, it was ridiculous. It sounded like
witness intimidation.
Oh, yes, and it was ridiculous. Yeah, it sounded like a 10-year-old wrote it, like he was writing his Christmas list. Like, I would like, I mean,
oh my God. I remember that. You're right. You're right. Dear Santa Claus.
Right. Yeah.
Can you get my mean girlfriend?
And the worst, the worst part of it is there's no way that he's going to be able to go into court, criminal court or civil court, and be like, well, I don't know anything about this stuff because, dude, you wrote it all down.
Yeah.
Like, you know exactly what you're doing. And with this generation, Colin and Caitlin and Allie and Tristan, you've affected them. They're very, very young. Yep. You've affected their earning power times how many more years? Like
in their dating life. Everything.
Yes, everything. And they're so young, and you've affected all of that.
They are so young.
Yeah. Poor Tristan.
I know. It's awful.
Like,
we're going to have more on Tristan. It's so sad. Okay. So let me see. So I wanted to bring up just Google Trends for a minute because I want to talk about the generational harm. So that thing I've talked about before, where Becky Patty talked about this, that, you know, the nieces and nephews of the people in question, they're going to do Google searches. They're going to try to find their relatives on Ancestry. They're going to do all of this. And when you look at Google Trends for these names, so I looked at these 3 kids, and you can see the big spikes in searches that accompany his coverage of these children and accusing them of murder. And what's really interesting is, you know, it always shows you on Google Trends, people who search for Colin Albert also searched for these queries. So it says Colin Albert Knuckles, John O'Keefe, Colin Albert Karen Reed, Colin Albert Canton, you know, and so he's never going to have a life online outside of this. And Aiden has joked about this in the past. We heard this on a Spaces with Shannon a week or 2 ago, that he brags about modifying the Google searches for his victims. And I can show you that he has done that for all 3 of the people that I'm going to talk about. So look at the spikes around when he's talking about them. And then this is Caitlin Albert, and the spikes are exactly the same. So I actually won't show it for Allie because they all look very similar. So you can see right after he started blogging in 2023, look at that little bump from when he started on April 18th, and it goes up, and then it really speeds up for the 2 trials. But you can see no one was searching for Caitlin Albert prior to April 18th of 2023 when he started. And look at number 4 on Caitlin, which is one of the more sinister things that I think he affected here, which is Caitlin Albert wedding. Look how it says plus 600%. So there were that many absolutely insane lunatic people searching to find out where and when Caitlin Albert was getting married. He made Caitlin Albert's wedding a focus of his flying monkeys, and they went out and they searched. Then Caitlin Clark snuck in there. Sorry, Caitlin Clark. But there are also Caitlin Albert, Tristan Morris wedding. Caitlin Albert spelled a couple different ways.
Sorry, Lydia. Didn't Caitlin Albert, didn't they have to get security for the wedding?
They did.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it was in the wedding photos, and I'll show you some of them in a minute, were all over his blog. She was such an obsession for these weirdos, like in a very disturbing way. And I'll show you a couple of clips that, you know, will show you what I'm talking about. But how sick is that you pick, you know, someone's child who was a witness in a murder trial, and you start stalking her wedding and her fiance and all of everything that she's doing around this wedding. And you make sure you ruin that experience for her. Like you ruined Brian Albert's retirement party. Is so sick.
I mean, of everything you have to worry about on your wedding day,
right?
This should not even have to cross your mind. And the fact that she had to think about it, her family had to think about it. They had to go as far as hiring extra security to
It's disgusting.
It's disgusting. They've taken everything from them, everything that should be innocent and pure and just
sacred,
a wonderful, sacred experience for them. They have taken it and they have destroyed it.
And that boozy beauty psycho did this whole video on like zooming in on the photos of the signature drink at the wedding and what it was named for and what it was. And I watched a bunch of those today because I went through all the searches. It is so disturbing when you think about your wedding and your graduation and all these things that like you did at that age, and to have a bunch of random freaky ass strangers stalking you over it.
Absolute losers.
Yeah, banana. That chick is bananas. She's literally bananas.
Yeah.
It's really,
it's just
really
like the inability for them to acknowledge their own behavior and how if they flip the script, they would be absolutely horrified if that ever happened to them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like their inability to figure this out is like, how does their brain not work that way? I just don't understand how you don't have the ability to just put yourself in someone else's shoes before you start dragging their wedding down, you know, or, I mean,
it's unreal.
Look at how she, Boozy Beauty, freaks out over the fake people following her.
Right. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah. The irony of just like how they respond, you know, like that, that one Emily lady, remember, I mean, she is a part of this problem, right? Of the I don't even know how to word this properly, but pointing fingers at the witnesses and the children and mocking. Didn't she mock John O'Keefe's mother testifying? And she's the one that mocked the witness's daughter for receiving the photo with the semen on it. And she was appalled over this tweet of like her child's health insurance, and she gave like this number, and Lydia was like, no, I don't remember.
Yeah, it was the out-of-pocket max. I just said, you have an out-of-pocket max. This doesn't feel real. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a very strange
You're muted, Tuesday. You're muted. Sorry, your mic isn't working. Oh, we'll get Tuesday back online.
Yeah, it was a very strange tweet that Emily had about the anesthesia, which is very weird. And she was very upset about it because she put it out there, and then she was like, oh, you're attacking my child. But she has no problem attacking other people's children, attacking other people's children's events. Can't put herself in anyone else's shoes. Very, very odd, but they're all like that. They all do the same thing, right?
Yeah.
And Aiden is, you know, their leader, and he's like that. He is very concerned with himself and not concerned with the way he affects others. But he knows what he's doing. 100% knows what he's doing. Because he's told us, like, these people will never have normal lives because of what I did.
Right. And part of that really is this, you know, search information. You know, this is Allie. I didn't repost the graph because it's exactly the same. But if you wanted to look at Allie, look what comes up. There's not one thing that comes up that is regular search results that you would find for a young lady who was in college and had, you know, sports pursuits or any of that. Everything here has to do with Karen.
Yeah.
Everything here has to do with Aiden's narrative. 100% of these search results are from Aiden and Karen. That's it. And that's what they set out to do with these kids. And that's the result of it.
Yeah.
And it's shocking and sad. And I just think about, you know, they're so young and they have their whole careers ahead of them. And I know what's going on with them right now. I know that, you know, to this day, people are saying terrible things, you know, to them and about them. But you just think about, you're at the beginning of your career and you're up against this. What a nightmare.
Right. It's hard enough to go into an interview confident.
Mm-hmm.
And then imagine, you know, you've got this out there, what people are saying about you that's not true, what people are saying about your mother, your father, your uncle, your aunt, and you're trying to sit in a job interview.
Yeah.
What that would do to you mentally and emotionally. Like it's...
No one their age should have to worry about what they're worrying about.
No.
Absolutely not. It's just, that's such a fun time of life. And it's just so heartbreaking to watch, you know, to kind of watch this in slow motion, in reverse, what happened to these kids. Like it makes me sad. It's should be such a fun time of life.
It's horrible. Always wondering what people are thinking about you. I mean,
yeah.
Even just, let's say you get the job, like anybody new that's hired, do they know me? Have they heard about me? Have they read a blog about me? What do they think about me? What do they believe? What lies have they heard? Like constant questions in your mind. I can only imagine. And I mean, these kids are 10 times stronger than every single lunatic that's coming at them, because people could never take what has happened to them.
No.
I was so impressed by them on the stand. Like Allie was so incredibly articulate and intelligent. And remember, they were trying to like catch her on the Life 360 thing. And she's like, what? You know, and she's looking and she's like, well, was my Wi-Fi off? And then she's looking at the paper. She's like, yeah, it's off. It's right here. And they were like trying to avoid this thing. And I was like, God, she's so bright and sweet and kind.
Yeah. And when you're telling the truth, it's a little easier, you know, right? Her demeanor is a little easier because all she's doing is telling what happened.
Yeah.
So, okay. So these are some text messages that I wanted to just show, again, that direct relationship between Karen and what Aiden wrote. So if you look on the left, there's a series of messages from the intermediary relaying what Karen is saying. And one of the things Karen said is, Colin is an out of control meathead, not Chris. And then if you look on the right, there's a screenshot from the blog where Aiden writes, Colin is an out of control meathead. I mean, his creativity is just astonishing, right? Like he's such a good journalist that he can copy and paste from the intermediary's text messages into his blog. So direct relationship between the harassment of these children and Karen's literal words that are coming to him via text.
Karen was right, by the way. She did make him. I mean, she's the one that wrote the blog, basically, right?
Yep.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, she did.
Yeah. He doesn't exist without her.
No.
So then I just wanted to talk about how this deputized all of these nut jobs, you know, out in his audience, out in the community. There are all these crazy people. This one's name is Sharon. And she's sending him a text that says, did you see that post that Colin withdrew from BSU? I wonder if that's true. So she's salivating over the fact that
so excited. So excited.
Yeah. She's so excited. It's so salacious that a young man would have to withdraw from college because of people like her. She's thrilled and she wants
Good
to
job,
be the first
Sharon.
person.
Good job. Yeah, great job, Sharon.
And then this is a message from the intermediary at the bottom. It says, we don't know if Chris was there. That is why they filed the geofence. Karen was so hung up on the geofence.
Oh my God. She was obsessed.
She was
obsessed. To get the phones, but Proctor fucked with the search warrant. Proctor orchestrated everything, but his son was there, Colin Albert. So there's harassment permission, right?
Yep. And that's a lie. She got the geofence data and he corrected that. He corrected the warrant. Yep. So Karen kept up that lie, right? Because it was like her, movie plot. Mm-hmm. Couldn't let it go. But she's a big liar.
Yeah. She's a big fat liar. Yeah. And it's some, I was thinking when I was going through this today that she's the liar, right? And Aiden is just repeating it. He's not adding anything original. He's just like, meh, meh, meh. I'll just say whatever you want me to say. He may not even, I don't know. It's just ridiculous that he's such a mouthpiece for this absolute fiction coming from people in the community and Karen at the same time.
Right.
He's the little puppet on their hand.
He's a puppet. Enter Tom Beatty.
Oh my God.
So I know this is everyone's favorite person. So he says, hey, Aiden, here are the McCabe kids in order because that's normal for a middle-aged man to be sending the order of someone else's female children to another man, right? Like that's normal.
This is so disgusting.
It's so disgusting.
I don't even know what to say.
Yeah,
I cannot imagine 2 men in my life having this conversation.
Never.
It's so disgusting.
This is sick.
So then Aiden says, oh, thanks for clarifying. Anything else new? Because I'm not capable of sourcing information myself. So I need you, Tom Beatty, you child stalker, to give me some more information. And then he says, do you have any more videos of Colin?
Oh my God.
Right.
So that's where he got all the videos.
Right.
Good job, Tom. Good job, Tom.
So then on the left, we have Ashley Marie. She sends some photos and she says, oh, I spotted Sergeant Lank. And then she sends 2 more photos and she says, here's the Easton versus Canton freshman football game. Because that's also normal for an adult woman to do that. Take pictures at a football game and send them to a stranger. Also, I think Caitlin Albert and Tristan too. I have pics, but I need you to verify if it's them or just some random person at Target. Same hat she hid in at the BSU game. And then she sends 4 photos.
It's and like these are all the people that are.
It's so gross.
And they're all upset and they're crying because now they're being victimized because their communications are in public. But this is what they were doing.
Yeah, right. And no one's victimizing them. No one's doing anything.
No one's victimizing. If you feel victimized by your own words,
you're embarrassed, and you should be embarrassed.
You should be embarrassed. That is legitimate. We are here for your feelings of embarrassment over doing psychotic shit.
You should be embarrassed.
It's awful. Okay. So this is the people being deputized. So now here's the intermediary and here's the goal. So here, in my opinion, was Karen Reed's goal. So Karen Reed wants to crush these people's spirit. She wants them to hide. She wants them to get offline. That is her goal. So the intermediary says Colin Alberts deleted his Twitter. A bunch of the Alberts turned off their social media platforms. And Aiden says, oh, wow. And the intermediary says they're all folding. Caitlin Ann deleted her account. So this is like the mission accomplished text, right? We stalk these people and harass these young children so much that they have deleted what is considered in this time period an absolute lifeline for people of this age. They've deleted their social media. This is what she wanted, and this is what she got. Gross.
I hate them.
Yeah, it's seeing this is so infuriating, and
it is.
Oh my God, I can't. Lydia.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
I can't.
It's so bad. So then I had to point out that David Yannetti is one of the most like titillated people that people are stalking children in the entire group of text messages. So, he saw something interesting on Twitter about Colin Albert, and David Yannetti, like some gross gossip girl, says, do tell me about this child.
Do tell.
I imagine him like painting his nails, like
painting his nails.
He loves this stuff in this discussion. It's crazy.
His
and how would David Yannetti feel if it was his kids? Like, I mean, it's just unbelievable to me.
Yeah.
He has children. How did he get himself involved in this? And how does he not understand the damage that is being done? That he unleashed?
I think he understands the damage being done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would be, as his wife, if this were my husband, I would be horrified.
Disgusted.
Disgusted. That he had something to do with this.
But Jenny, let me take you back to the point where you married David Yannetti.
No, I don't want to go there. I don't want.
He receives. I mean, he's getting a lot of accolades for being the attorney of Karen Reed, right? And it's almost like the bar association and stuff. They see the acquittal and he's praised for this, but it's like, it's so appalling that underneath all this shit, you just see his awful behavior. I mean, the targeting of children, of minors, I should say, and young adults. This is gross.
It's gross.
So, I mean, I think for me, the one thing that I can say about our country is we love building up false heroes. And the only thing we love more than that is tearing them down. So God bless you, David Yannetti, because it's coming.
Yeah, it's a good point. What goes up must come down.
100%.
Definitely coming down.
I still check the BBO website every single day for that man's name. Every day.
Love it.
I don't even know how you win an award when you were found in violation of the court twice. Like,
those awards are, I mean, I know about those awards. Those are pay to play. So,
yeah.
Okay. So here we have some messages. The first one is a Cash App to Aiden, where someone says, good cop sent you $10 for, so that's just like the normal language when a Cash App comes in. And then the next part is his comment. Call Peter Wiernicke at BSU on the Colin threats. So here's someone who's giving him money to tell him that they know someone at Colin's college that Aiden can call and talk to about the threats. So this is what you see a lot in these messages, are these deputized people who are out there, connecting Aiden to people that can harm children. Yeah. So then here's one from David Yannetti. The videos you posted of Colin were unbelievable. We hadn't seen these before. Kind of undercuts the quote, poor kid narrative the family wants everyone to buy into. And then someone else says, did you see that post that Colin withdrew from BSU? I wonder if that's true. And there were actually quite a few of these. I didn't put them all in because they were repetitive, but the number of adults gloating that this child left college because of this harassment is overwhelming.
I can't even imagine. I can't imagine. Can you imagine talking like this about a college kid? I mean,
it's just
no. What have you done in your life to get to this point where you are gloating over a child having to leave college?
Yeah.
I mean, even if it was, I mean, we are not fans of Aiden, right? Of Turtle Boy. I would never celebrate this of his own children. Children should be left
not in a
out.
million years.
Yep.
Not in a million years.
Never. Those
so
kids,
bizarre.
They've done nothing. They I would never. Yannetti, I just can't. These make.
I know. He is
so bad.
Yeah.
So
and
bad.
let me just say, Yannetti, you look like a fool crying after the verdict.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're an ugly crier. Okay.
Okay, so I did, these are very quick clips, just some of the unbelievably harassing messages about Colin. I just pulled these from different places, the Free Karen Reed group, from Twitter, from different things. So I did this for all three of the, for Colin, for Caitlin, and for Allie. So I'll play the Colin clip.
She's so sick. She's so sick.
What? I can't just go get food at my dad's store. We're just going to see dinner. We're going to see if McCarthy's. What's the big deal? Oh God, what's happening here? We're just going to see if McCarthy's. Call the police.
No, but seriously, it's Aiden Kearney from Turtle Boy Daily News. I just want to know, were you the one who killed John O'Keefe, or was that your Uncle Brian? Who hit him first? Who hit him with the back of the head with the thing? Are you worried that you're going to go to jail for the rest of your life and that you won't be able to play football at Bridgewater State next year? Love to have a conversation.
Colin's story doesn't make any sense. Colin lied through everything. So, like, for the rest of Colin's life, he's going to go around. And we don't know what Colin did exactly. We don't know if he, who knows? We all have our theories. We don't know what happened. The police covered for Colin Albert, so we don't know what happened, but we know he was involved. And I want that to follow. I want that to follow him around the rest of his life, because it's been 4 or 5 months and he didn't testify at the second trial. And it's just really, it has to be, we have to constantly remind people that Colin Albert was involved in the murder of John O'Keefe. And Chris and Jen especially were the most involved afterwards in like covering this up, because their kids are involved. You know,
Right.
their kid, they had the most to lose here. Whereas Brian Albert kept.
Guys, Facebook Live. What the hell? Do you want to say anything, Missy, if your mother doesn't mind? Shay, Shay? What'd you say, Shay? Where was Colin? Colin is the fuck in the house. It's a dumb bitch. Oh, Jennifer, hello.
What is wrong with these people?
My God.
You know what? Can I say something like about Colin? You know, and I had a impression of Colin, and then I met Colin, but it was hours later. Like we were obviously, we went to Boston. People know that now. I was doing something with Jenny and Carrie, and my husband met Colin. Colin came up to my husband, shook his hand, talked to him. And hours later, it was my husband that said, there is absolutely no way that the kid I met did anything as to what they're saying that he did. And, you know, I mean, he's a pretty good judge of character. My husband's a pretty good judge of character. He knows people.
Excellent judge of character.
Yeah.
After meeting him, he's an excellent judge of character.
If you were to meet Colin and he were to walk up to you, you would know that there is absolutely no way that that kid is the person that Karen Reed would like you to believe that he is. He doesn't have it in him. No. He does not. There's no way. There's absolutely no way.
No. So we were talking about this a little bit. I was talking about it with I always forget how I'm supposed to say his username. Maybe, I think, right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So we were talking about like meeting everybody, whatever, like we knew, right? Like we already know the evidence told us, who did this and who did not do this. We knew, but meeting all of them, including Colin, took it from 100% to 1,000% is what he said. And he nailed it. It took it from 100% in your mind and in your heart to 1,000% in your mind and your heart that none of these people are capable of doing anything that this disgusting woman and her team have accused them of doing.
The only people who, that's really well said. And I think the only people in the last 3 years who have acted just disgusting and with vile behaviors are no one within that circle, right? Yep. They have received that behavior towards them. And so it's just, it's like you live, like what planet are we on at this point where we just watch and think that is okay?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
I mean, I think like for me, Colin is so close to my youngest age, and knowing what was taken from Colin, that college experience, being on a football team, all of those things. It's enraging to see what these people have done. I sent to Jenny and Carrie earlier today that video of Rita where she's saying, just these weird things like Colin is his father's son and Colin is like,
oh my God, that was crazy.
Like there's nothing specific, right? So if Colin was the person that you're saying he is, you would have specific incidents. Right. You would be able to say, in the springtime, Colin did this to so-and-so. Right. And then in the summer, Colin did whatever. They were just very generalized things. And, Rita Lombardi has, she needs to apologize. Like it was a lie. Yeah. Colin did not do those things. And you look at Chris, like what Chris is going around and like terrorizing Canton. Like I know he was elected to the select.
They never have any examples, right? They never have any examples.
No, it's always general. You're right, Julie. It's always generalized statements that bear no facts, or they take out of context things and they attach a narrative to something, right? It's like they'll find videos of Colin as a teenager being a teenager, right?
Yep, right.
And this is a sign. This is a sign. He is a murderer.
Yes.
Yep.
It's The other thing Julie said too, which she hit the nail, hit the head on the nail, the football aspect. I don't think people understand this very much. It looks like my face is a pug right now.
Oh, sorry.
It's a cute little pug, though. It's a very cute pug.
I don't care. It was a cute dog. It was just making me laugh. When you and they all got a chance to meet Colin, they got to, obviously talk to him about it and understand. My son played football in college. Julie's kids played football like in college, and when they played football their whole lives, right? And Colin was the same. That was Colin Albert's whole life. Like that's your identity.
Yeah.
A lot when you're a kid like that, like they eat, sleep, and breathe football.
Yes.
And that was the kind of kid he was. And I know that kid, and Julie knows that kid. And their whole point in life from a really young age is to play football in college, no matter what. D1, D2, D3, whatever it is. And like I've said before, 3% of high school kids go on to play college football
in college
at any level.
Yeah, that's
any
huge.
level.
That's a huge accomplishment.
Any level.
So sad.
And they took that.
Yeah.
Yep.
They took that.
Well, your team is your family.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So they ripped that kid away from his family. They destroyed
with glee.
Right. His actual family.
With glee.
And then ripped him away from his football family happily.
I mean, do they acknowledge that it was them who did it? Because I feel like in their minds, he was like, he did it because he's running from his.
Oh yeah, no. They say why did he stay? Why they thought that he should stay, and all of these unhinged crazy people should go to the games and picket and scream murderer while he's on the field, and
that's why he left. He left for his teammates because he did not want to expose them to that. So I put that tweet up. I'll retweet it. It was Aiden Kearney, and he's like, hey, we're going to go to every practice. We're going to go to every game. And that's when Colin left. He was like, I'm not going to do that to my teammates.
For his teammates.
Yes.
It's so sad.
It's incredibly sad.
He protected them, and that shows the type of person he is, the type of honor he has, because none of these people would have done anything like to help anyone else.
No.
Right.
And they chastised him for it.
Yeah. Okay, so this is extremely disturbing. We're going to move on to Caitlin and the obsession that a lot of these people had in a I can't even describe what kind of a way it was for Caitlin. So let's watch what happened to her.
I can remember he parked in the driveway. The driveway. Oh, wow. So there's something really sensitive here. Look at her mouth. There's something about the cars in the driveway.
Oh, my God.
It makes me wonder if her car wasn't already there. If Caitlin's Jeep wasn't already in that driveway at her parents' house. Because she is lying about something to do with the vehicles, the situation, the cars in the driveway. There's something that she doesn't want us to know about all this.
And if you know about how many other cars were in the driveway.
And every time he asks a question and she does that just before she's about to answer, before she even hears the end of the question, it's been a lie. Every time. So we know whatever she's about to tell us isn't true.
Katie. Hey, sweetheart. Katie, if you even mentioned my name in the course of your job, I can promise you on your wedding day, you will think of me. And from forever then on, if this happens to be true. But if it's not, you'll never, if it's not true, You'll never see me. But if it is, oh, I can't wait till you have kids. Oh, please, hurry. Please, I have so many thoughts and ideas. If it's true, Caitlin, I'm praying that it's true. I need a new hobby.
Love you, Tom.
Love that motherfucker.
Caitlin, Albert, Katie.
Shit, Lydia. Good God. How about a warning?
So disturbing. I need to make a comment. The beginning of that video with, I don't know her full name, but Samantha.
Samantha Bigmingo or whatever.
Okay, so she's a therapist, or she is, that is her whole thing. So what she's saying there is extremely reckless, you guys, because she's giving a body language analysis on Caitlin. And here's the thing, you need to know a person's baseline behaviors, and going like rubbing your lips together is something I actually frequently do.
I do too. I was just about to say, I constantly do that.
Well, you guys are liars. You're liars.
And not only that, it can be a sign of nerves. You're on a stand, you know, you're being, thousands of people are watching you. This is a very stressful situation. And to just look at her and claim she's lying like that, and using your educational certifications and background as some kind of right to sit there and claim that someone rubbing their lips together makes them a liar is a really poor way to act as a therapist.
It's disgusting. She's
also the one that was selling the clothing.
Yes.
Of the witnesses.
Yes.
You know, and it's like, what is going on? I'm sorry, Samantha. What is going on with you? If you're a therapist, you really need to have someone reevaluate the way that you are using your skill set, because it is reckless and it's shameful and harmful.
And Samantha, we're watching you and we think you're lying.
I think she has her bandana tied.
Yeah, we think you're lying. People that wear bandanas are liars. We think you're lying.
It's definitely tied too tight because there's something wrong.
Yeah.
There's something wrong.
I think the way you move your head makes you a liar.
It's so infuriating. Like, use your education for something good.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're using their credentials, okay? And there's attorneys that do this, therapists that do this, all of these people online using their credentials to defame people. That is shameful. It is disgusting, and you should be looked at by your boards.
Yeah.
It is. It's
well,
repugnant.
And they're using the credentials for credibility, right? So people are listening to them. They're like, oh, this person is a behavioral therapist, so they know for sure that, you know, Caitlin is a liar.
It's the unearned credibility.
They're abusing their power, right? They're people trusting them.
Yeah, unearned credibility is a huge danger in true crime, for sure. Okay, so let's get to Allie.
Imagine that's your daughter.
No.
I mean, the deviants sending her messages and stalking her and sending every one of her games and where she's going to be to other deviants. What must her mom feel like when she sees that?
I can't.
And her dad and her uncles and her aunts and all the people that love her and the other 3 McCabe girls, because I mean it's
right.
It's horrifying. It really is horrifying.
Imagine what Aiden Kearney, Emily C, Boozy Beauty, I don't know if she has kids, any of them that have kids, imagine what they would be saying
if this was
that was their child.
And I can tell you firsthand that those disgusting messages that you all just saw, they are not, these are the 3 that we chose to, spotlight tonight because they're the most, the ones that we see all the time. But they are all of the kids, Jen McCabe's other kids, all of them, their colleges, their schools. I've seen it firsthand. All of these kids, John O'Keefe's kids, Paul O'Keefe's kids, all the other Albert kids, Colin Albert's brothers, all of them go through this.
The pug is on Carrie again. Sorry, Carrie.
The pug is great though.
It's so cute.
It's very cute.
It's I mean, you guys are seeing it tonight. It is disgusting. Oh, now I'm close.
I wish we could put like our profiles on the top.
I know.
I don't care. You guys, I don't care. I don't care. It's repugnant. It's repugnant. And any adult that has participated in this or cheered it, shame on you.
Shame on you, you weirdos. And it's scary enough to be a parent, just to have your child out of your control. They're at college or they're doing their thing and you're worried about all the normal things that parent is worried about. And then you also have to worry about these deviants, Tom CPUs, the person sending these other messages, the Samantha's spying on your child and judging her. I mean, I just can't imagine. It's so gross.
It's
so gross.
Wow. Yeah. And then they're away at school. Like all my kids were 2 to 3 hours away. Then you're worried about what if one of these weirdos reaches them at their college campus. I'm 2 to 3 hours away to be able to get there. Like, and I don't put it past any of these weirdos.
No.
Some of them did though, Julie. Remember? I mean, we've seen where people have posted pictures of Allie.
Yep.
At school. I mean, so you know that these freaks are there with your child and you're how far away.
Or they're at Chipotle taking a picture of them getting lunch or whatever. Like, it's just so sick.
I can't imagine. I literally cannot imagine how that feels. And anybody that thinks that that's okay and supports that, I mean, you're demented.
Yeah, you're demented.
There's no words for you. There aren't words.
Nope.
No.
That was amazing, Lydia.
Yeah, more Lydia, or is at the end of it?
That is the end of it.
It was so good.
I've got a couple to round us up in closing here. So on top of all these witnesses who have been harassed, we've also have others who have been harassed, like friends of the victim. Here we have a few of John's friends being followed by Aiden and his people.
She's a bully. She's a bully. She's a bad person. She's a disgrace. And Carl is a asking for punishment. Look at him. Donna, why didn't you wear your officer's cap today? We coming out. I mean, officer's cap.
So that's two of John O'Keefe's best friends, you guys.
Yeah, the victim's best friends.
Yeah.
All they needed was pitchforks.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
And also, can I just say, because we've exchanged words with her several times, we see you, Carol.
Yeah, I saw you, Carol.
Yeah, we saw you.
Yeah.
You sweet little old granny.
Yeah, we see you. Tuesday, that is one of the most disturbing videos to me. I don't know why. I mean, because there's so much worse, right? We've seen it tonight, the things that were said and done, whatever. I don't know why that one, to me, always sticks out, because they are literally chasing and following them like you'd see in a movie, like Ginny said, with pitchforks.
Pitchforks,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's exactly what it is.
That's his best friend. It's John's best friend. Coming out of a hearing for John.
Yeah. And what'd they do wrong? What did they do wrong? I mean, even if you believe in the conspiracy, what did they do wrong?
They went to support John's parents or John's mother, John's brother. That's it. And how dare they, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's unbelievable. It's so sickening. It's so sick. And there are 40 people following them?
And do you hear the way they're
It's gross.
They're laughing, like they're chanting, but they're also laughing.
It's so creepy. So creepy.
Very creepy.
On top of that, we also have the medics, life-saving heroes that have been dragged through the mud in this case. Probably the most abused and harassed has been Katie McLaughlin.
We lost you Tuesday.
Tuesday's been hacked.
I think it's Carol.
Carol or Meredith, for sure.
Mm-mm.
I think it's somebody in her house hacking her.
It's so weird because she's fine the whole time, right? And then it just kind of goes out.
What if she's punking
Can you
us?
hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
It's so weird.
I know it is. You were fine the whole time.
It's the ghost in the Tupperware.
Yeah.
I knew it.
So I don't know where I cut out, but
Katie, what you said, Katie McLaughlin. Yeah.
Yep.
Katie
Carol is always barefoot.
Was dragged through the mud incredibly, and Microdots, Richie, who is the person, I don't even know if it's a company he owns, but he goes by Microdots. He boasted about being hired by the defense for about 8 months. During that time, he posted this poll. You're having an emergency and dial 911. Would you feel safe under the medical care of Katie McLaughlin? And
he's such a sick person.
Almost 90% of his followers put no.
All 4 of them. Yes.
And there is nothing she did that had anything to do with John's medical emergency and him dying. There is nothing, absolutely nothing.
Yep.
And she ended up, I think she took a leave and then she ended up leaving her job at some point, if I'm correct. The abuse in the way they, I mean, she's a lifesaver. She's a young woman who literally saved lives as a job. And she was there helping to save John's life that night. She was there with all the other medics. And because she did not testify the way that Karen wanted all the medics to testify, she was dragged through the mud. Yeah. This is abuse, you guys.
It's abuse.
Yeah. Wouldn't Karen want the person that was trying to save her boyfriend's life to be applauded?
Yeah, right.
That's
you would think.
Well, unfortunately for Katie, she heard Karen Reed say, I hit him, I hit him, I hit him.
Exactly.
Right. Mm-hmm. And she once, 10 years earlier was in the same high school as Caitlin Albert. Yep. And they had mutual friends. And every once in a while, their groups would merge and they'd have a big party. They'd be in the same circle, right? They'd be in the same party. They were once at a baby shower together. I cannot tell you how many times I've gone to a baby shower. Right. And I know like almost no one, or I know acquaintances, right? I'm like, oh yeah.
And you're also just kind of trying to get out of there.
Yeah. Yeah. But they needed Katie to be in on the conspiracy. They needed to hate her. And so they, especially Nettie, posted her bikini photos and and humiliated her is basically
what
they did.
I'm never, ever going to stop haunting him for how he treated her.
Yeah.
And the last two things I have here are Julie Nagel. This is really important to mention here. Some of this stuff I even hate to share, even though it's publicly shared, because it's so hurtful and gross. But Julie Nagel was one of the witnesses there, was friends with Brian Albert Jr., and she said she had witnessed something on that lawn that night as she was driving by. She just did not think anything of it, right? She noticed something and the car drove by and that was it.
And let me interrupt for a sec. She described it exactly like Karen Reed did to the ID, right?
Yeah. Right? Exactly.
Right.
But the worst part about this, before I show it, is that this is a dinner party that Karen Reed hosted, her and her family hosted, allegedly as kind of a thank you for all the people who were supporting her, right? So all the content creators. And this is a guy who is, quote unquote, a comedy act on stage in front of Karen, her family, and all her supporters.
You guys know how it goes. Did you guys enjoy the food? Yeah, everyone have the stuff big? Oh no, that's Julie Nagel.
Oh my God.
I've always wondered, how come we never checked one of her 5 stomachs for Chloe? That's why she's always eating peanut butter.
Oh my God.
Am I wrong? Huh? Am I freaking wrong? No, but I get it. This case is very confusing. I mean, you never know who's who, all kinds of different people. Took me 3 weeks before I realized I'm talking about an actual snowblower, not Joe Daniels. Jesus, I get the number, you guy.
Wow.
Almighty.
Oh my God.
You forgot Jill Daniels was also mentioned in that.
Yeah. That was so funny.
Who fiercely loves her family.
She does.
Yeah. And that's why she is being harassed.
Right. Because she was one of the braver people
And somebody did put up there, Julie Nagel's another sweetheart. I mean, I can attest to that. And I think Julie and Jean now can as well. She is one of the funniest and sweetest people, and just like Sarah, and what these two girls have been through and what they continue to go through, and they're still living it too. It is, and it's always adults, right? These two young girls, always adults saying something to them, harassing them, and they are both two of the sweetest girls. And again, shame on all of you adults.
Yep.
And shame on whoever, what was that, Auntie Deb?
Yeah.
That was Jimmy. That was Jimmy.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
How mad he got at you, Julie, when you talked about that.
So he was mad that it got views, right? And he didn't want people to think he was mean. Well, Jimmy, you're a mean girl. You're a very mean girl. And people should know that you're a very mean-spirited person. So I hope that sticks with you.
And those are all adults in that room laughing hysterically.
Karen's family's there.
Karen's family, Karen's family's friends.
Karen's mother, Karen's father, Karen's brother, Karen's aunts and uncles. They all think that's hysterical.
Yeah.
Very fun.
And this is all before the second trial. This was the summer after the first trial.
Yeah.
So think of the propaganda. They also did these, not Karen's family, but Aiden and stuff. They did these trivia events for fundraisers. And the trivia wasn't like history questions or movie questions. It was propaganda questions. It's all kind of eerie on how much manipulation was actually happening and how much tribalism was created in this. Here is the last video I was going to share.
I'm going to make a whole bunch of t-shirts and just put them in the store just so I can buy them. I've been meaning to, just sayings. I just want to have a bunch of sayings on my shirt. I don't even need graphics, logos, nothing. I want one that just says Julie Nagel is a piece of shit. That's one I need immediately. Julie Nagel is a piece of shit, because she is. She's such a piece of shit. Like, Lolly, Lolly, she calls them Lolly, and just she's lying about a murder. Like, she's such a piece of shit. The black blob, and Julie Nagel breathing the whole time. Like, chill, girl. Breathe through your nose. What are you doing? Anyway, thank you for that, Turtle. She also says, my husband thinks it's because her face looks like a doughy bagel. That could work too, I guess. I think more because she ate the bagels. Thank you, Romy.
I want to say something, but I don't want to sound like a mean girl. I don't know if I should say it or not.
You should say it.
Say it.
Well, I just want to say I'm going to go ahead and say it. It's karma that Jimmy gained about 75 pounds after his little whatever that was at Karen Reed's dinner, and everybody made fun of his weight at the Wilbur. And it's karma that Aiden Kearney now has boobs bigger than mine.
Yeah. Imagine, like you watch these people that go to prison, and because of what they feed them, imagine Aiden Kearney in prison and what he's going to look like. He's going to look like Adrena.
Yeah, he's going to have to order his bras.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that Julie did was tell the truth of what she saw when they were driving away. I mean, look at Olivia. Girl, sit down.
Wow.
Just sit down.
Wow.
So Olivia, for those that don't know, she's now acting as sort of a paralegal for Turtle Boy, but she has been one of the biggest kind of mouthpieces in the Karen Reed case on Twitter. And she spread a lot of misinformation, a lot of speculations that go uncorrected. And she also was fat shaming this young woman. And ironically, Olivia is the one that is very concerned about the photos that she posts of herself. So it just feels very ironic that she feels brave enough and I don't even know what the term is to go on Twitter and degrade another woman like that.
Yep.
Aiden has charges. One of his charges is for Julie Nagel, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's why he goes at her the way he does and whatever. I'm pretty sure Julie is the one in the rolling rally where he was yelling through the bullhorn for her to come out and tell the truth.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
I didn't realize that. Yeah.
Yeah. I think one or two of the charges is Julie Nagel. Because she was part of the rolling rally at her house.
Unbelievable.
So good job tonight, guys. It's pretty draining.
We went a little long, everyone. Sorry. 3 hours. It was
we were like, this time we're gonna have.
I know.
It was needed.
But it was too good.
It was really good.
A lot, and it's barely
gotta go longer.
And we've barely covered the harassment. Like that is a portion of it.
Yeah, that was a skim.
And it's draining. It's draining to sit there and go through all this.
It is.
It's
I knew
maddening.
I knew tonight was going to make me angry, but like I'm really angry.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sleep for hours after this.
I starred one comment on that topic and I wanted to put it on the screen. Have y'all received threats, harassment from covering these things? Yes, absolutely. Yes. We have.
You girls know I had my job called. I had my job literally spam reviewed on Google. I had Aiden Kearney reviewing my work with his real name, no shame, just putting my name in there, telling them that I shouldn't be employed by them. They will stop at no one.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Lydia, I think you've been collecting the comments that we get on a lot of the videos, right? One day we need to.
I have.
Yeah, one day maybe we need to go through them.
Yeah,
I mean,
we'll go through them.
We've gotten, I mean, I've seen death threats, like obviously not direct enough to, call the police, but they're very gross, gross, wish you would die type comments.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You wouldn't believe
what Julie's job as well, to Julie's job. It's disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't say anything, but yeah, I mean, I was the person, getting the emails, but people were emailing my job.
Yeah.
I mean, like, they went after my
doing? Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Right. What's going on? Jobs. What is wrong?
I mean, remember that show on 4th of July that Alan Jackson was on? I've never watched it. I've never watched it because there was that whole portion with everything on Facebook, my family, my kid, I mean, just unreal, just unreal. But it's not even like you look at it and it's like maybe like 0.0009% of what the witnesses have been through.
Absolutely.
In this case, John's family has been through, so it's like, it sucks, but it's hard to complain about it because it's not even comparable to what they've been through.
Not at all.
Yeah, but it gives you empathy. It gives you an idea of what these people are going through, which is horrific.
Yep.
And just to imagine that it's constant for them, right? It's constant.
Right.
Yeah. Right. I mean, that's the thing, though. They don't understand that by doing that, all they do is make us feel more empathy and want to keep pushing harder and harder and harder for them. So they're actually working against themselves. As much as it sucks, they're working against, for us.
Yep.
They're working against themselves. What does is propel us forward. So.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere, unfortunately, for them.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
Boo-hoo.
All right, this was a great show. This was great.
It was great.
I'm glad that we could do it, coming up on the 3-year mark.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine them living through it for 3 years, honestly.
Yeah,
It's almost been 3 years. So yeah.
Defendingthetruth.org.
Yep. Yes, go donate. Go donate, people. Thank you guys so much.
Have a good night, guys.
Bye, guys.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye, guys.